we're going to be having a new game today. The second episode of the Call of the Werewolf story that we've going through in recent days. Or rather, we started last week and we are continuing today. And then every Monday afterwards until it concludes. Unless we don't, but then that's a thing for the future. In any case, today's game might be a little bit shorter than usual because I don't know if you can tell, but I'm slightly sick. That's no good.
Oh no.
But I'll see how it goes. If I feel like I really can't keep going any further, as in I'd better give it a break or else I'm going to worsen my condition, then we'll call it earlier. But we can still get like some 3 good hours of gaming going on, so should be alright. Should be
I have my textbook and pen ready to take notes.
good.
Good.
Note
I know,
taking.
responsible players. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys' note taking should be on point today because I feel like new stuff will be going down. So, let's go on, start the, watch the intro, and then we'll be getting ready to start game proper. See you all in a bit.
It seems today has been internet weirdness day.
Tell me about it. My internet has been wonky all morning. Couldn't really do much of anything. And I forgot to log in on the streamer thing. But while it logs in and opens up and loads up, can do a little bit of catching up. Me and you and I, all of us together. So,
Nice.
there's a few new things that I need to tell all of you. To help us all going forward. Looking a little bit into things from past session, singular. I realized that the damage is indeed a little bit too high, but it's not necessarily a bad thing considering how this system works. Call of Cthulhu wise, the problem with the high damage per se is that a lot of it is coming from you all facing creatures that are well, werewolves. They do deal high damage. But the problem with the lethality of combat comes mostly from the way that the Call of Cthulhu system works insofar as combat goes, where when you get attacked, you can fight back. And if you fight back, you can instead reverse the situation and attack the attacker, and get multiple turns pretty much. So, with that in mind, I feel like should not do that anymore. Instead of combat playing like Call of Cthulhu does, it should be played as how D&D does, where everyone gets their turns and that's it.
But can you dodge?
Yes.
Yeah, you just can't reverse the attack.
That's fine.
Yeah, I agree with that change because at least in Werewolf it's pretty broken to have extra turns, and that's why we have Rage because it gives us an extra turn. So having the ability to do damage every turn, it is a bit brutal
Yeah.
for everyone, I guess.
I wasn't a fan of fighting back system and Call of Cthulhu either way. Kinda makes dodging useless because you can just fight back.
Yes.
Well, if your dodge skill is better than your fight back skill, but then you may as well get the fight back skill. And quite
There
frankly,
is no
it can be
fight back skill. You use your
Yeah.
weapon.
If your
that's
combat
the joke.
skill. In any case,
that is the joke.
while you can't fight back, the only other options in regular Call of Cthulhu would be to dodge or do nothing. And here, though, your options when being attacked is to dodge or defend. To block, what it means is that you roll a check and then you reduce the incoming damage by 3 for every degree of success. I still don't know if that number is balanced or not, but we shall see. That's for blocking / defending. And dodging, you make a roll. If you make the roll, you take no damage whatsoever. If you whiff the roll, you take the full damage. So that's the one change as far as combat goes. The other change in the rules is in regards to 2 skills. Rituals and Primal Urges. Because those skills are not originally accounted for in the Call of Cthulhu system, point distribution for them can get a little bit wonky, so instead what I have decided to do is to make them function kind of like dodge does in the original Call of Cthulhu, which is, instead of being a skill that starts at a base value and then you put points into it, it starts at a more flexible value, which is dependent on your rolled attributes. Both of these skills now are based on your instinct power, or the POW attribute at the very top of your character sheet. The base now for your primal urges is half of your POW value, and the base for your rituals is 1/4 of your POW value. Across the board, all of you will see increases to those skills, both primal urges and rituals.
Yay, my rituals are 75.
My rituals are 15.
Yes.
So that should make things a little bit easier for us, because the way that we were going to be doing primal urges is roll primal urges and add half of your constitution, or this or that. But looking back into things doesn't make a whole lot of sense. This now should everything should be more in line with the conversion. As far as the damage in itself goes, also, I didn't have the time really to properly check the numbers. So instead, what we're doing is no more impaling damage whenever rolling for critical. The way that critical works is just that you don't roll for damage, you just deal the maximum amount of damage from the dice, but you don't get to roll again on top of that. So criticals still exist, but no longer impaling damage. That's what was breaking everything to a degree.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Alright.
So this is the the balancing and adjustments I was able to see and tell from the first session. And what with today and going on further, we might be able to see more shenanigans going on, and then we'll adjust as necessary. But for now, it's time for us to resume the Call of the Werewolf. So, last time around, in the first session of Call of the Werewolf, what happened is that all of you have reunited and gathered. Sorry. Have all reunited and gathered in the sept of the Dragon Mountains. All the way over there in the Cochise County of Arizona. Once all of you gathered there, fleeing from surrounding regions, found yourselves there. You held, well, a moot was held for all of you to present your cases. Half of you is there a new text on the board?
A new text?
Somebody
Mints.
was mischievous.
Ah, I see. I see what Cobalt is doing, probably, potentially.
I admit nothing.
All of you have been made your way to the sept of the Dragoon Mountains, or Dragoon Mints. You have suffered heavy losses. Half of you, the European ones, that being Edward, Ernest, and Senar, have been once part of their own pack that came from Europe, along with a werewolf. The Farstrider. It's George Farstrider Campbell, your previous alpha, who have been leading your pack further and further west towards this American continent and to the United States. He had these crazy ideas about using profane rituals to turn people, regular people, not kingfolk, into Garou. It seems like it has been going kind of sideways, and all of you have been very worried and concerned when you decided to talk to the elders about this, pretty much telling them your previous alpha, Farstrider, attacked you along with some of these other Garou that he made, not necessarily Garou, but just werewolves. In that attack, the two other members of your pack died, and the remainder of you, Edward, Ernest, and Sonar, ran away towards safety. The other three of you, Garrett, Thaddeus, and Woden, American Garou, have already been here trying to improve relations between Garou kind all across the nation. Some of the tribes who are still distrustful of other Garou, especially those European Garous, coming with crazy, weird ideas about colonization and such. You have been trying to unite all of Garou kind, all of Garou nation, or not all of it, but baby steps. You were sent to the city of Tombstone to try and talk to one of the miners, a fellow by the name of Edward Hollins, who ran a mine which was mining silver. And you all, knowing how dangerous silver is for all of you, you decided to get in there, make sure that they were just using silver for the regular applications of silver that people have, and not for weaponry against you. You were surprised to learn that they are mining silver to use it to make weapons out of it, which is very bad for all of Garou kind, but kinda interesting in that particular regard, because when you were there, the three of you, along with the rest of your pack, some miners, some workers of the mines have transformed into werewolf and attacked everyone. They lost it. They lost it in the rage. Attacked everyone and caused the owner of the mine, Edward Hollins, to pull out his gun and start firing silver bullets at everyone. In the whole kerfuffle that happened, your previous alpha and another packmate of yours died. They got killed, and the three of you managed to run away back to the sept of the Dragoon Mountains to reunite and let everyone know what was going on before anyone else lost their lives to this. Once you all reunited in the sept, the elder, whatever the heck his name is, Suncaller, decided to tell all 6 of you to investigate both of these accounts, both on Farstrider creating new Werewolf and on the silver mining that goes on in Tombstone. He also decided that since all of you lost packmates and were now small packs, he told all of you to unite in one single larger pack, and all 6 of you have been tasked with this. Go to Tombstone, find out what's going on about the silver mining, and also collect clues and find out what happened to Farstrider and put a stop to his plans as well of creating more werewolves. You all then took some time to mourn your lost packmates, meet each other a little bit, and you had a night of rest. In the morning, all of you gathered up to go to Tombstone, whereupon you all started investigating and talking to the townsfolk. You learned of many things that happened ever since you guys left. The mines have been locked down. A lot of workers are without work and just roaming the town, trying to look for odd jobs to do or just drinking their woes away. Found out that the miners had transformed into werewolf. They had been approached by a traveling stranger who offered them and others a job in Tucson, a city further west. And they went over there to hear this person's proposition, but apparently they forgot about this trip. And whenever they returned, some of these miners just decided to go back to working on the mines, but others decided to go after this said job. Apparently, some that may or may not have forgotten. You decided to investigate that, but before, you did talk to the city sheriff, who was very eager to see people willing to help and find out what's going on in town. You talked also to Mr. Hollins himself, who it seemed very dodgy about his responses, and asked to see Ernest later in the week or maybe the day to talk business with him, but only him, in regards to investments in this city of Tombstone, in regards to the mining and other, big business, since Ernest presents himself as a traveling investor and capitalist. Finally, all of you gathered with your clues and discoveries and went to the third saloon in town to confront the workers who decided to take this job offered by this traveler at Tucson, further west. And upon trying to talk to them, you all could sense that they were very agitated. There was a rage burning within them, and it didn't take long before things escalated significantly. They all lost their rationality, transformed into werewolves in front of your eyes, and attacked you. You all decided to fight back, and did so. But fighting against werewolves is a dangerous affair. Even if they are new werewolf, not even trained in the ways of the Garou or anything, unable to use gifts and unaware of all of their potential. Even with all of those hindrances, they were still tricky to fight. Some of you sustained damage, and some of you also lost clothing in the process, as they exploded as you transformed.
The most important part.
Yeah. And after defeating those 4 miners, 3 of whom were killed and reverted back to their humanoid form, another one was knocked unconscious, also reverted to his breed form of Omid. And 3 ladies and the barkeep are just cowering in the back, babbling incoherently as they are under the effect of the delirium or seeing the supernatural so close at hand. With all that in mind, I turn it to you. What are you guys doing?
It is the middle of the day, right?
Yes, it's
Yep.
high noon.
So it would be stupid to run out as werewolves.
Unfortunately, yes.
Plus, somebody shot guns, so I'm sure the sheriff comes this way already. I'll pick
Let's not name names, okay?
Yes, we don't say their names.
And the sheriff is fun and stuff.
You don't know.
What was the guy in charge of the mining company? Never mind.
I'll take my case, I'll open it, put the chunks of my clothes that could be recognizable, you know, to give a clue to who might have done it. So the sheriff wouldn't be on me. And then I'll say, let's live by the roof.
Ugh, I'm gonna have
Wait.
to turn back, aren't I?
Leave how?
Let's
The
go on the
roof.
roof.
Even though it's not illustrated in this map, there is a back door behind this saloon. There's also staircases that leads to a level above. In this level above, even though you guys have not been there, you have been able to see a balcony from the outside. So you
Well, the
imagine,
balcony also exits out through the front.
yes, but
Yeah, I'll just.
you
I think the
imagine
back
there
door would
might
be the most sensible.
Well, I'll go up and while trying to exit scavenge for clothes.
Ah,
Right.
yes.
Looks to
An
be or
ulterior
naked.
motive.
that is fair. Is there any kind of clothing specifically that you're looking for, Edward?
Pants, boots, short.
An exact copy of his previous outfit.
So yeah, sure. If there's nothing super specific that you're looking for, you can just find it. There's plenty of clothing up there. All of them, most of them, have some kind of stench to them, either of booze or just sweat or whatever. But they're there. You can just take them.
Yeah, I'm happy I didn't tear up my clothes the way that they are. I'm going to saunter by the cash register and kind of take a little bit of money on my way out. Make it look like a robbery.
Well, then now it is a robbery.
All right.
Yeah.
You're calling
You
one
made
thing
it one.
another.
We are just taking it like. Ah, fuck, I forgot the word.
Yeah.
We are just loaning it. We may pay it back
We're
later.
borrowing. There we go.
Yeah, we're borrowing it.
This
Fair
is our
enough.
fee for the terrible service.
Hold on,
True.
I'll need to go ahead and do something here since it's kind of unexpected, but
Robbery. Oh.
yes, that's you. Thaddeus, I need you to go ahead and roll luck.
I assume you just press luck.
Yes.
You do.
What?
That is a success for you. Good on you.
Yes, it is.
Um,
I'm convinced Thaddeus can't fail.
maybe. It's
Tis the
definitely
way.
is definitely way too lucky when it comes to certain things.
It's a nerf.
First thing, let's nerf Thaddeus. Just can't.
No.
Are we supposed to succeed without the goat Thaddeus?
So I'm just gonna look over here on the Call of Cthulhu Down Darker Trails thing just to see what is the proper credit rating values for this area, that so I can give you the actual value that you find in the cash register. Because as a result of succeeding on your luck roll, you do manage to find plenty of money there, and the cash register, it's, you know, locked, so you need to kind of jimmy either your Bowie knife or your claws in there to break it apart, and you decide to do the way that looks the least like claws did it.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what
and I've got a Bowie knife, and I can switch back and forth my hands.
yeah, so it looks
I
like
have that multi-morph.
as far as the cash register bit goes, it looks 100% like a robbery. And you do in fact find yourself getting a sizable amount of money, which is $250.
Woo! Better than the 50
What?
cents I had.
In Western time, that's a shitload of
That's a
money.
lot.
That's incredibly. What the fuck?
Lucky and rich, man. That's stupid.
Okay, now I'm like, is there like a money laundering scheme in this saloon specifically? Like, what the hell?
I mean, there
Yeah,
are three
but-
saloons in the
I mean-
street. There has to be some money laundering going on. I'm
They-
sorry.
They do stuff with the whole werewolf attack insurance fraud scheme. It's all terrible.
250. Hold on.
What?
I'm just gonna do some quick adjust to inflation math, just so I know how much that is.
Oh, I mean, I just said the value off the top of my head. I'm not entirely sure even that this is.
Which is why it will be especially funny.
Yeah, sure.
The bar is has
Oh,
that money,
yes,
amount of money
yes,
in the
yes.
cash register.
Never mind. I'm looking on the wrong column. I should have been looking to the cash column where it says that it's a value equal to this other thing, and not assets, which is all of your general belongings. No, if you were robbing the
Yeah,
whole
he just
saloon-
found $7,000 in that cash register, essentially.
Yeah, no, that's
He also found the deed to the saloon.
sorry. That is very wrong.
He found all the incriminating evidence.
Yeah, terribly
I'll
sorry.
be right back. My food just got here.
All right, you don't find 250. You do find $25 though. The cash
Hey,
register.
you know, I'm not a picky person. I'm just looking to see what's there.
All right. So in your gear and cash section of your character sheet, I have put those numbers in there already for you, and I already put into cash the new cash that you have.
Excellent.
So as far as the cash register go, it does look like a robbery, but as far as everything else in this place goes, it does not look like a robbery at all. You
Well, yeah.
are not entirely sure as of yet how you're going to explain 3 corpses torn asunder by claws and
Who said we're explaining stuff? We're just running
Yeah.
away.
We are not.
was
going to explain
obviously-
anything. We are going to fucking run away.
I,
Really,
What
it was
happens is
obviously
men
the one we're taking with
spontaneously
us.
Busted. That's what happened.
okay.
It's,
We will
it's-
let explaining. We will let explaining to those 3 women and the bartender to see if they will believe 3 werewolves just teared everything apart.
This is the
We can
19th
just
century. They'll
pretend
believe
not to be
anything.
werewolves, right? So like nobody saw us transform at this point except that one unconscious guy. So we could still be like normal people.
Yeah. As far as things go, nobody did see you transform, and
Yeah, let's just gaslight the town.
And nobody
So if we add,
and nobody even heard or knows of the whole transforming thing that happened in the mines. So it's best as
so
anyone
if
can
we
tell.
add claw marks to the register, people are gonna think the werewolves took the money too, and we're not the werewolves in this case.
It's genius.
Thank you.
Now I'm confused. What is your objective?
I don't know.
To leave. To leave. It's time to
Yeah, I'm
exit
on the
stage
back
of
door.
the
Yeah,
balcony.
there's no good way to explain this at all.
Guys, we
just-
still have an unconscious guard we wanted to question. Don't forget about him.
Well,
I'll
I think
carry
we
him.
were going to take him with us, yes.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Fair enough.
Worst comes to worst, he needs to be inspected and at least shown how to be a Garou.
So you go upstairs, Edward. You do find clothes that you can wear. They do fit you very well. You do bring the scraps of your previous clothing, put it into your bag. There's also the matter that Garrett and Woden had transformed. How are you handling that? But with your clothes
Well,
and such.
I'm not
decided-
handling-
dedicated.
I took up the earlier offer to have my outfit bound to whatever.
Well,
so
Yeah.
That's right. Then never mind. So it's up to you, Woden. What do you in that regard?
I don't think it's a problem since he never met Sheriff.
well,
Yeah,
he's
I
still
got
naked.
my point of gnosis dedicated to the clothes, so like it's not a problem. On the rifle.
Not quite though, because the way we had spoken in the previous session is that if you yourself don't know the right, someone else has to do the right for you.
I know,
But
right?
we live in a cairn, right? Like we
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah, but-
Georgs and a lot of stuff.
But if someone else does the right for you, you have to. It costs doubles the
Expend
noses.
more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Well
you all
then,
have 10 noses.
I go. No, okay.
You would need 20 noses to be able to have that done to you.
So really, you just need to learn the right.
Yes.
It's easier than increasing your noses.
Yeah, whenever you get a week of downtime, you all can
There's
do that.
people here. There's
Uh,
people here, right? Like those two who are covering in fear.
There are
Yeah.
4 people. There's the 3 ladies, the courtesans that were with these guys, the miners. They are cowering behind the bar, and also the barkeep.
I tell the barkeep to give me his clothes.
Sure, the barkeep is just completely.
Thank you, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's just he's just like babbling and just kind of shaking. He's under the effect of the delirium, so it's pretty easy for you to just kind of shove him aside and pull out his clothes and wear them yourself. He doesn't even react or does anything. He just kind of cowers even further back behind the counter. So now this looks more like a robbery. Weirdly enough. And then the rest of you are leaving through the back, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
It does not take long after all of you leave through the back and or the roof for the sheriff, the deputy, and a couple other people to show up to examine what the hell just happened to in the bar. And some people, whenever they go inside, they just kind of let out little yelps or shrieks, which all of you can hear as you're moving away, unseen, as best as you can tell. Thankfully to all of you, the third bar is a little bit further away into the city, so it's a more isolated portion where there's not a whole lot of traffic. And what with you all living through the back, it's pretty pretty dang easy for you to slip by without being seen. So overall, all of you find yourselves now elsewhere in town after having done that, and you imagine that it won't take long before the people of Tombstone start talking about the massacre that happened in the saloon a couple days after the massacre that happens in the mines. So, with that taken care of, what are you guys doing, or where are you going to next?
We need to talk to this guy for a
Yeah.
while.
Sure. So you're dragging the last miner elsewhere in town, probably to a somewhat secluded place, or are you just going away from town?
Yeah. Away from town somewhere, where screams aren't going to be heard, sir.
Can't we, like, do the sideways shadow walking nonsense and talk to him there?
You can. Absolutely can.
Convenient.
Problem, quote
Oh.
unquote, is actually no, there's no problem. You're going to be dragging him. You just have to. One of you has to be the one to lead the stepping sideways effort. I was going to say that the guy being unconscious, it would be tricky for him to follow, but I can just gloss over that for now.
We can just
No,
drag
I
him.
mean,
I can just throw him over my shoulder, and I can two-step just as good
Yeah,
like that.
It's not like we suddenly turn naked the moment we enter the place.
Okay, so what with you all just going away from, starting to go away from town, further from civilization, the Teurge...
I say we look for a pond of water, so we have a reflective surface to where to stop to the Ombre.
One would think it is easy to find a pond of water in the Arizona, but nay.
No.
Welcome to the
Try as
desert.
hell.
Yeah, in the desert it's a little bit trickier to find reflective surfaces to step sideways. You, however, Walden, since you're starting to put a little bit of thought into that endeavor, you can go ahead and make a spot hidden check. See if you can find something like that in your surrounding areas. You or anyone else who wants to try.
The lakes are hiding from us.
You know what? Why not?
Oh, right. So many skills. Oop.
Yeah. That's a good success.
So, whenever all of you start to go away and trying to look for a reflective surface, try to. You guys do actually have to walk around a little bit, a ways away, but you do manage to find. Well, it's not the prime thing for. As far as reflective surfaces goes for stepping sideways, you can see that there's some like metal sheets for signaling purposes along the rail, train tracks.
The train tracks.
Yes,
The trail trode.
my mind is doing weird things to me. There are some those signal things, so circular metal sheets, where upon one side is painted with the symbols that they are signaling for the train and the people and such. On the other side, it's just a polished sheet of metal. Not that polished, but it's reflective enough. Will do in a pinch. So
So who's gonna initiate?
The Theurge, I guess.
So the Theurge, or whoever feels inclined to guide people spiritually to the other side, to the Umbra, we'll go ahead and make a Gnosis roll.
Oh my. Sure. I'll try. Where's my Gnosis of 10?
Hey,
Yay!
Would you look at that? You.
And you guys say that I don't bring luck along.
I don't recall ever saying that.
So you just focus on this reflective surface, trying to peer through the veil to look into the other side, and then when you do, you you back into your companions, that so all of them can follow along with you. And then you, Edward, step sideways, away from this material plane and into this other realm, Umbra. Once in the Umbra, you all see a very similar version of this material world close to you, but everything else seems a little bit more ethereal. The colors, they kind of seem almost like they're trying to escape from things. Some things look a little bit blurry, especially the train tracks and all of those other constructed things. They seem to be holding color in, like the colors trying to escape from those things, and everything else just looks a little bit more colorful. The sounds in the distance of the wind itself is way more clearer. The sky is a much sharper blue, and you see just very few glimpses every now and then of shadowy kind of ghostly figures riding horses passing by, and you know that those are reflections from people in the material plane, just going back and forth, and you know very well that they can't see you, and even though you can see them, you can't quite interact them nearly that easily. Go look around. Go on.
Go ahead.
No,
No,
you can go on. I wasn't gonna say much else.
I
Not
was
you.
going to say, do you see any spirits around?
Spirits. Not quite. You did go to the middle of nowhere well, not nowhere, but you went kind of a ways away to try and find a more secluded place to go to. And the only kinds of spirits you see are some coyote spirits, kind of off to the distance. They seem to be overlooking you, but otherwise, they seem curious, but they're keeping their distance.
I'm only asking because I have spirit magnet merit.
That's the reason why they're there. You feel this close to town, to train tracks, for there to be coyote spirits by. They seem curious and intrigued, but they don't quite approach.
Alright, let's do what we came here for.
Who do you work for?
I think we have to wake him up first.
Oh, do that.
Alright.
Give him.
Thaddeus
give
keeps
him
a good
boost up.
hold on him.
Sure, you kind of lock his arms behind him, holding him as he sits on the ground. What were you doing, Woden?
Well, first of all, I will give him a slap to try to get him to wake up.
Sure. as you slap him, he does seems to wake up, and he kind of is startled for a moment, looking around, noticing that he's in a completely different place, looking at all of you. He seems lost and disoriented in many ways. He also is kind of very wounded, you remember, and he just looks around, kind of lost, still trying to make sense of his current situation.
You done fucked up, bucko. Welcome to hell. You're dead.
I... Dead? Have I died?
Feels like it, doesn't it?
Oh no. Are you angels?
Yes.
I think I've been called many things, but not an angel.
Speak for yourself.
Or are you demons here? Drag me down to hell.
I will tell him,
Depends.
it doesn't matter what we are. What it matters is what you are going to tell us. And if you are going out of here alive.
Do you remember what happened?
He kind of looks back and forth a little bit. What do you mean, get out of here alive?
What's the last thing you remember before you woke up?
Last thing I remember, don't remember much. I was angry. Very angry. The mines
Do you
closed
know
down,
what a
and we're out of a job. He found another job, but it didn't start for now. I had to wait. We were angry. Very angry.
You did say something about your boss. Who's your boss?
Boss. Traveler. Yes, a traveler. They pass by and looking for people. Work. Them.
Up in Tucson?
Yes. They told
I
us
see.
they're traveling there. Meet him and talk to him, and job would be explained, and I don't remember much. Told me. What did he? Huh. Can't seem to remember.
That's convenient.
What about the mines? Your boss.
My boss from the
What can you
mines?
tell us about him?
Mr. Hollins. The greedy bastard. Just been... Never would you have seen a happier man walking around. Few years ago, he brought in some mechanics, some engineers, some sciencey looking people, stole some new things down in the mines to pump water, and they started bottling and selling that water. Nearby.
Did you drink any of it?
Of course, the entirety of town drank it.
Oh no.
Oh
Mine
god.
water cannot be good for you.
Oh, I know. All of us have been drinking that water for years now.
Mine water can be normal for you, Kobold.
Why were you so keen on almost dying for your boss back there?
I don't remember what Traveler promised, but I remember it being good. I remember it being better than this, than Tombstone.
Where did you meet him? Was he just passing by the Tombstone, or
Yeah,
did you meet him in Tuscan?
it was just passing by and arranged, told us if we wanted to get a better job, made him do something. He paid for the train tickets to go there. I went, talked. I think we talked. Don't remember much from the visit. Don't know why I can't remember. Only thing I remember is the word Farstrider.
Mm.
Or what that means.
Oh no.
How many miners were going with you on that train?
It was. Remember, it was me and the other boys. The saloon. He looks around trying to look for the boys at the saloon, but they're not there.
Well, that makes it easier. At least we don't need to find other people.
Then he looks back. Am I the only one who died?
Something like that.
Oh, damn. Those bastards will get you work then. Something better than here. Where am I going to? You're here to take me to heaven? Or hell? Or what is this?
Should you bring
you
him to
can-
the Sept?
I nod with the head. Would also tell them, I don't think we have enough time. We can put him on his way there, but we gotta move to Toxin.
I mean, what happens if we just leave him here?
The Sept is kinda on the way to Tux, and we can go there and tell them what we found out in here and that we're going to Tucson.
Tucson.
Mata, look what how it's written.
I do. It's
Tucson.
Tucson.
Why
That's not
is
how
there
it's pronounced.
why is there a C in there then?
Why is it silent? Where is there a C?
Don't
Is
make
it
me
Spanish?
explain English.
Please don't make anyone explain English. It's not fair.
Even Englishman.
Not a fan. Definitely not
Well,
a fan.
Tucson now.
In any case, this guy he just looks around confused and lost, waiting for some answers or some explanation while the guys deliberate amongst themselves. And you, Edward, you know that Sept isn't quite on the way to Tucson. It's to the west, and the Sept is
Well,
east.
yes, but I remember we could take train from there to Tombstone, so I assume we could go to too soon, like Cobalt Road.
I will
Nah, there's
tell.
only one O.
I will tell Edward, we can send Ken on his way. He can walk north and then east. Yes.
To the Sept, yes.
Yes. And
Would you
maybe with
trust
our
him to go
sense,
there
he
by
will recognize
himself?
it.
I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe he'll turn again. We don't know. He doesn't seem to remember anything, so maybe something else triggered his transformation.
Anger.
Maybe.
Or we can kill him.
Nah.
That would
It
be the
is a-
cleanest option. Not sure if it's the best one though.
It would be good to have him in the set because, well, you can determine if he's corrupted by Worm or not.
Yes. We don't know what's happening to the people yet, so having somebody who we can do tests on or at least ask would be a great thing.
I agree.
How are we gonna get into the set then?
That is a good question.
Well,
If we give that full just a direction, he may get himself killed.
I mean, he might. But
Or he might
we
just
got
go
more important things
somewhere
to
the
do.
fuck else.
Yeah, this is the Umbra. He cannot escape from here. We can look for him later if he hasn't died.
Easy to say.
What
Yeah,
if
he
we
might
reports
just-
back to Mr. Holland and he sends more people?
He's stuck in the Shadow Realm.
Oh no, my
Yuki
yes.
boy.
My bad.
Though, yeah, nothing's going to necessarily stop him from wandering off in a random direction.
And that is, we give him a direction to follow.
I mean, is there anything here that's hostile to people or
Yes.
something?
Yes.
Spirits of some kinds.
Banes.
Well,
Oh, yours.
it depends. If we are in a hostile place, yeah, there can be veins. But the closer he gets to a cairn, like the spirits get more pacifying, more pacifist, more defensive on the cairn towards the worm. So the safest place for a Garou to be is close to a cairn in the Umbra.
Which ironically means pointing him in the direction of Sept and waiting for him to go there on his own.
How heavily injured is he? Can you reach it alone?
Is there a train from Tucson to somewhere near the Sept?
the Sept, not necessarily. You can go to the city of Cochise, which is the closest city
Jeez.
to the Sept. The closest
Well, I
city
didn't
to
say
the
in
Sept.
the Sept. That's what I meant, yes.
Yeah. The city of Cochise is the nearest train. Well, it's nearest city you can access by train. I think.
It looks like there's a dot underneath the T of Sept, not the of. Looks like there's a dot over there.
No,
There.
Yeah, I have no
Dragon
idea.
Summit, yes. Dragoon Summit.
No idea
Yeah.
what city that would be. Might be Dragoon Summit. Or Dragoon Summit or Cochise are the closest towns. You can send. You can catch a train from the Sept. It's still a walk away, but have that option.
Well, since we can decide, do we vote or what?
Well, I mean, it's also faster to move in this place, if I recall correctly. So there's always that.
It is not faster, but it's
No?
more convenient to just turn into a wolf
Ah,
and go the main path.
right. People can't see us, right? Yes.
In
Right,
cases,
So what are the options again?
the options, from what I gather, is you guys just send this guy on his way towards the Sept, kill him, abandon him, and then you guys go to Tucson or think you're gonna be doing?
Or we could escort him as another option, but we seem to be leaning away from that one.
Yeah,
This
so
guy
Yeah,
just
because
doesn't
we
feel
don't
like our
have the time.
responsibility.
there
I
are pressing
mean-
matters to attend.
I mean, if we keep him alive, then he's our responsibility.
So let's not.
Should we vote?
We could just leave him here. See if he can get out on his own.
Okay, since we are having a little bit of trouble deciding, can I call the I am the alpha and do and point a direction?
Sure. As the alpha of the pack, you can just say, "Let's do this."
All right. Then I will tell the pack we are going north for a while until we are closer to the cairn. Then we point this guy towards the cairn and we imbue him in our scent. Then the people there, well, the other Garou there will know we sent him. But we move to Toxin, to Sun.
That is still a dangerous move because
It is dangerous, but we have to take the risk.
I'm not willing to take a risk of taking someone under us who might be corrupted by the worm.
Then we kill him.
I mean, if we find out he's corrupted, then he can die.
Wait,
Yes.
actually, you are the who is the Theurge in the party?
I am, but I don't have any means to discern if person is corrupted or not at the moment.
I think there's the worm tingle sense some people can do.
Yep, I
But
don't have
I don't
that.
know if anyone took it.
I don't have it.
I don't have that.
I have scent of true form. I don't think that's it, right?
Then I look at our Theurge. I forget your name. Well, your character's name,
Edward.
Edward. Then I look at Edward and tell him, "You are the Theurge of our party. If you are not sure if this guy is corrupted, then I trust your knowledge. But if he cannot be trusted, then we have to kill him and move on." You make the call.
Well, if I'm sure the other Garou will just kill him if we just send him either way if he's corrupted or not.
Or he might kill other people.
He probably won't. Well, we found the information we want. And I don't have any means to tell if he's corrupted or not at the moment. So the wisest choice would be kill him.
Then I listen to the Theurge of the party, and well, make a note to him and prepare to kill this guy.
Do we then go, just kidding, you're not dead, and then kill him?
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, he already was there, you know, mentally. So who's gonna do it?
I can do it if you want.
Cool.
I'm still against killing
Alright.
him, but yeah, whatever.
I hold him down while our alpha takes him out.
So,
Do I have to make a roll, or we can just like kill him peacefully?
yeah, you can just. He's not gonna
I'll get
fight
the
back.
pillow.
It's not a challenge, so it's more so. Are there any things you tell him, or you just go and do it?
Well, we tell him about the rabbits on the farm first.
I'll get the alfalfa.
We're sorry what's happened to you and all, but we just don't have time to deal with this at the moment.
And then you kill him, I imagine, right?
Yup.
All right.
Quickly snap his neck or something.
The guy's just
Good news,
there,
you're alive.
just there. Whenever you all finish deliberating, come back. Thaddeus goes back to holding him, pinning his arms behind his back, and he's confused, both to why you're doing this and also to why he can feel things so clearly if he's supposed to be dead. And then Walden just approaches him and, as peacefully and quickly as possible, dispatches this guy. Who then promptly dies.
I look
We
at the
don't
rest
have
of
to
the-
worry about that.
I look at the rest of the pack and the urge and tell him I hope his spirit rests well in here.
We'll see about that. But I suspect he was corrupted or not. If he was doing stuff with First Rider, he probably was, yes.
Well, considering how unnaturally he became a werewolf, corruption seems likely, yes.
I'll stop to ponder for a moment then. Not only about those deliberations, but what else can be learned, Tombstone? If
Well, I did.
If Farstrider
Well,
is
I-
already in Tucson, if other Garou in the pack might have, in the Sept might have more information. Ponder for a while about what you do. Considering all
We
of
were
that.
sent to Tombstone to find out the transformation and what was happening, right?
We are in Tombstone. The job offer is in Tucson, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Traveler apparently accosted some people and told them to go to a place where, specifically in Tucson, you have no idea.
I ask like the pack. This guy said something about the water, but why did only the miners who went to accept the job offer transformed? There might be something in the water, but we are not sure what is yet.
It might be a combination of both things.
Agreed.
It's a silver mine that they're drinking the water out of.
That might be the case, but I'm still not sure about the owner. He carried silver on him, and you did say that he wasn't even delirious when he saw other werewolves and just started shooting at them, right?
Exactly that.
Do you think he's a werewolf hunter? There is a big motive for them to mine silver. Or do you think he's kinda wrapped up around this all stuff and helping the First Rider get silver? But what would they need silver?
We're not sure yet. He might not be a werewolf, but and looking at the miner's body, he might as well be right now. But at least we know that First Rider might be into sun, but the mine owner might be working with or for him. So
Maybe that's why he's not opening the mines then, so they would all go to Tucson and
who were the people who went to the mine last session?
The people who had gone to the mine before the whole incident were Garrett, Thaddeus, and you, Walden.
No, I didn't went to the mine. Oh, no, I mean like to talk with this guy.
It was Edward.
Edward, Garrett, and Ernest.
Yeah.
I don't think Garrett went. I think Senar did.
Garrett went with us to mines.
Yeah, Garrett. Yes, that was right.
Then I asked them, what do you think of the owner or whatever you saw at the mines?
We didn't really get to the mines. they wouldn't let us in. But he's definitely suspicious.
Do you guys think it's important to stop whatever they are doing with the water?
Probably. A town with bad water is still, even if it doesn't turn them into werewolves, would be bad.
Yeah, and didn't you say something about these water pumps were catching on fire? He was saying
Yeah.
something about that. I
Yeah,
mean,
that-
he
water
did
pumps
mention
don't just
that.
normally catch on fire.
It's a little concerning. No one's drank the water since we've been here, right? Just like,
I don't think
I-
we did. No.
I don't think we've really hung around long enough to.
I mean, we've been here for about like half a day.
Yeah.
Also, I think it would be vampires that would explode.
Hold on. Interesting. If it's the water from silver mines, does it have any micro chunks of silver in it?
Pretty sure drinking silver would kill you. Like a lot
Over
of these people
time.
would just be dying.
They've been. The guy said they've been drinking that water for years, right?
Yes.
Maybe it's contaminated, but I'm no medical professional.
Likewise.
Well,
I'd like to go to the
No.
library and study up on medicine.
do
Drinking
we
silver
did
turns
we
blue.
feel
I read in a book one day.
did we felt anything when we were around the townspeople that drank this water? Like, did it feel anything weird, like spiritually? Because it's silver, it would have affected us in a way.
You didn't feel
True.
anything. You didn't feel anything spiritually strange. Anywhere in town, really. The most was that Ernest felt weird near the owner of the mine.
Holland.
Um,
Holland. What's his name? I keep
Holland.
Edward
Holland.
Hollings. Let me write it down.
forgetting. Yeah.
He's like my name, but with W.
Just for information, drinking silver does not kill people immediately. I think it helps with infections to a degree, and after a certain amount, you turn blue or something.
That is
Are the
correct.
townsfolk blue?
No, there's no blue townsfolk whatsoever.
Got it. Okay.
Is,
Oh, there's
is there a
probably
blue
no
man
silver in
group?
the
Mystery solved. Let's go home.
But yeah, silver is a antibacterial thing, which is why silverware is a thing.
Yes.
All right. It may
Says
be taking
the
a huge risk.
Garou that grew
but-
up in says the Mattis that grew up in werewolf country and would have
Yep.
probably been kept very far away from any kind of silver.
Yep.
Probably.
I read about it in a book.
They only had book on silver for some reason. It's very strange.
I will say, like, it might represent a big risk, but should we enter the mines?
I mean,
Last
see why
time
not.
it didn't too well. Like 3 of us died.
Well, so long as no one with silver bullets follows us.
It
Well-
probably will. At least the mine owner. We know
One of us
he's
could stay near
making-
the entrance.
I doubt there will be anything interesting near the
Yeah.
entrance.
The entrance is
In case we're
guarded.
followed, is my point.
The
well, I
entrance
think
is guarded
but-
24/7, and it's very close to the. Well, it's in
Yeah.
the middle of the town. It's not
And
like
mine
I
away
have-
from a town.
the owner's gonna definitely investigate if he hears people have broken into the mine.
Well, I have Nix's bangle, so what we could do is go at night, and I could basically disappear in the shadows near the entrance and see if anyone comes to follow us. It essentially just makes me harder to see.
Are you
But
the
still-
Ragamush?
As I said, there are people guarding it. We have to dispose of the guards somehow.
Yeah.
Unless there is another entrance that we don't know about. Which not seems to be the case.
All right, like
Not to
I
forget
think
that all of you might have some gift that may be able to assist you in some way. I don't know that it does. I'm just saying. I don't know what gifts you guys have.
yeah, we have werewolf superpowers, and also I think we could if we want to go to the mines to investigate the water pumps and the exploding things. We could either like distract the guards and send one of us, like maybe the Ragabash, who has Blood of the Milky Eye and the stealth trinket, to go into the mines and find out whatever he can while we wait for him. Or we
Also not a
can
bad idea.
storm the mine. But I think that's the worst idea because we don't know how many silver weapons they have.
Yeah,
Or what all is in there?
Also, does smacking a werewolf against silver ore work?
What?
Come again?
yeah, that does raise a good question. Could you give a werewolf a concussion by just hucking a bit of silver ore at their head, or does it have to be purified or
Silver.
like refined? I guess.
Silver in general is harmful to werewolf, but it's harmful as in, you have to cut into a werewolf with it or pierce
Got
into
it.
it. You can't just, get a chunk and bash it at them. It will hurt,
You know,
but
maybe there's
Well,
more.
Bludgeoning them
If
with
you
silver isn't a problem. Got it.
it does happen. It happens. Like if you are hurt with a silver blunt weapon, your noses goes down. Like you are kind of hurt spiritually, not physically.
Huh. I think the least amount of risk would be if I were to use Nyx's bangle to sneak in, because I don't have bad stealth to begin with. I don't think.
I have an idea. I'll call a little some little spirits that somewhere nearby to us because I can speak to them. Come here, little spirit. Come.
Come here.
you call out to the
I'm going to give it scritches.
to the coyote spirits nearby.
Yep.
All right. You do call to it, and they seem curious. One of the spirits, perhaps the bravest one, does actually starts bounding down from the hills nearby and getting close to you, and you see this coyote just kind of looking very kind of wide-eyed at all of you, and it, as a spirit, it is kind of wispy, so sometimes it moves without actually it kind of moves around without any of its legs making any kind of movement. Sometimes it can just, since to
No
leap and then vanish.
animations didn't load.
Yeah, it's
Ate that.
it's very mystical and shit, is what I'm trying to say. And overall, the spirit comes close and just looks very curiously at all of you. But
Can I
it
pet it?
seems to be landing its eyes on you, Edward. And then it cocks its head a little bit. Also, all of you get this weird sensation, this weird feeling. Not weird, bad in any way. It's mostly that Edward seems to be able to talk to the spirits, and all of you do not think at all that that's a bad idea, except for the fact that generally the Garou looks down on coyotes. They respect the spirits, but they kind of look down on those who employ the spirit of the coyote in their exploits.
Well, isn't those coyotes all sneaky like?
Exactly.
That's why I called one. Well, I'm going to ask the spirit of, like, do you know the mine nearby? Mine nearby, does it have any entrance except the one that human made?
It looks at you
or found.
and ponders for a bit, or answering in a very wispy way that nobody else seems to be able to quite understand. It's both wispy and a kind of distant howl that is unintelligible to you, to most of you. Edward, however, understands that the spirit talks to you and says pretty much, "There seems to be no other entrances to this mine. None that is used, accessible anymore. And yet, you would do well to keep away from it.
Why so?
There is silver within, which is hauled out in troves, and other spirits trapped inside, angry spirits, spirits of earth, spirits of rock.
I see. I kinda pet it, I guess, I don't know, and say thank you. You can go now.
Have a good one. And also, try not to let the wailing of the damned within the mines keep you awake at night. Stick around Tombstone for too long.
Well, now that was ominous.
And then it bounds away back to its pack of coyotes up in the hills.
If we see that, I will ask Ed, like, what did they tell you? What did they say?
It said there is no other entrance into the mine. Also, the spirits of Earth and Rock are trapped inside and they're quite angry. And
I
something
bet they are.
about spirits of the damned don't let us get nightmares or something like that.
From their wailing?
Yes, you know those spirits, they like to talk in odd ways.
It didn't actually say that the damned are spirits. It just said to be wary of the wailing of the damned stuck inside.
Well, yeah, no spirits, just wailing of the dead stuck inside and let us get up,
No, it
keep
was
us
the damned.
up at night.
Got it. I'll bring my earplugs.
Maybe those unfortunates that were turned into Garou are the damned.
That's definitely a possibility.
Yes, but from what I understand, it's a bad idea to let one person go in there. If we're going, we need to go all. Somehow.
Well, if anyone else has decent stealth, they could come with.
Not me.
Not I, sir.
Let me check. It is a skill, right? Called.
Yeah, there is a
No,
skill
well,
called stealth.
I only have 62.
Only.
You're saying
That's
that
not
to
bad
a
at all.
20, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the only reason my stealth would be decent is because of Nyx's bangle. Because
do
I have a
one.
45 base, and that would give me 2 bonus dice.
I do
What's the
have,
base stat for stealth again?
Southwest. I do have that one too.
I believe the base for stealth is Let me double check. It should be 20.
Okay.
If you put any points into stealth, it's higher than 20, but it can never be lower than that. Which is still good. You have 1 in 5 chances of succeeding. If you think about it.
Yeah.
You only need to fail once. All right. The spirit said it was a bad idea to go alone, right?
They said it's a bad idea to go in there in general.
All right. Then, well, I propose 2 paths to the pack. Like, either go into the mines to disable whatever they are doing with the water, or go to Sun and find out about why they are turning into Garou in the first place.
Huh. You actually gave a good idea. What if we somehow sabotage the water pump and they'll have to open the mines to fix them? Which means that we can go in.
I'm fine
That
going
seems
in.
like a good idea.
Yeah.
But how are we going to sabotage them outside for them to go inside to fix it?
Someone will have to go down there and do something to them.
Sounds like
Throw
the
a
job for a
spanner.
Ragabash.
Throw a spanner into the works or something.
You do remember at this point also that while going inside the mines is tricky because of the guards standing at the door, you can go into the Umbra and then pop out.
We're already in the
Oh yeah, wait. We literally just don't have to obey like physics.
Yes, but
Oh,
there are evil spirits in if you go from Umbra side.
We destroy them.
Okay.
Just
Yeah, I think
just
we'll be
reminding
okay.
you guys that you have this option.
Yeah, I totally forgot for a reason.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that, I guess.
Sounds like a winning plan.
Here I am trying to be smart.
I
No
mean,
smart
we're kind of
fool,
being
the
smart,
Unga
at least
Bunga.
in this side. At least in this side, they won't be shooting us with silver bullets.
Unless they go into Umbra somehow.
Well,
Nah.
they're human. They kinda can't.
Let's not prepare for
Well,
that
no, they
eventual
literally
outcome.
can't.
That's the thing, we don't know if they're human.
Let's find out. So, mines it is then, through the Umbra.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Let's fucking go, boys.
All right. There's a little bit of a however with that. It's not that big, however. Don't worry. It's just that with all this time that you guys have been talking and planning, your Garou regeneration kicks in, and you guys mostly completely fully heal up. So Edward, you're back at full health. Senar and Walden, because you have 1 major wound each, can only heal up to
Oh, no. Sonar doesn't have a wound.
Yes, I had 2, and I think
You
there's
do.
only 1.
Walden had 2 wounds, and then 1 was removed.
Uh-huh. No, not Warden. I removed the wound from Sonar. Sonar doesn't have a wound.
Then I will be like,
I have 2, I'm not sure.
who is?
I feel
It
like
was
he
forget-
was
Can-
Walden.
Can I roll medicine or first aid to see,
Yes.
to maybe
You
see
can.
about Warden and try to, help him without using magic? I mean, I can use magic. I'm just trying to see if I can do something about it.
Well, because of the way Call of Cthulhu works, I guess you should. should be able to. So, yeah, you can attempt a medicine check. Do you have medical equipment with you?
Do I need to buy it? I suspect that I did said that I have the basic one in my suitcase,
Oh, okay.
but I
Sure.
didn't know if I need to buy it.
No, it's not necessarily you have the means.
You just have to pop my bones back into place, and the Garou regeneration will do the rest.
You got a hard success.
Yeah, there you go. Which is what you needed, by the way, to heal major wounds. You need a hard success in medicine. So you do heal Woden's wound.
Here you go.
So now that you're no longer wounded, Woden, you can restore all of your hit points. All 100%.
And I believe
of them.
Senar, I healed Senar's wound last session, right?
I didn't keep track of that, so I don't think you did.
I think he removed one major wound, but I'm not sure if I had 2 or 1 to begin with, so...
Well,
Yeah, because the healing automatically removes the wound, even if I rolled 1 for a heal.
yeah, I think someone had 2 wounds and got reduced by 1, but they still had the other. So Senar still has a wound. You can also go and do that again, Edward, and try to heal him.
Heal me.
However, that is a hard medicine check to remove the major wound.
I'll try my best. I'll get the
Hey!
I'll get the needle and start kind of closing the wound so it would be closer and it would regenerate faster.
Sure, you suture the wounds and you, using your spiritual and magical knowledge of general supernatural wounds, you help Senar recover from his major wound and restore all of his hit points.
Thank you, Doc. You should increase the premium for your insurance.
You'll see your check after we're done.
So in the end, all of you are back to full hit points.
Nice.
I also have first aid, which is basically medicine but in combat.
Yes, because medicine takes 1 hour to use. 2 hours have gone by, actually. You finish this treatment of your peers, Edward, and it's nearing 3 in the afternoon now. So what are you guys doing next?
The mind.
Yeah, the mines.
Yep. Heading to the mines in the Umbra to see if we can at least figure out what's going on down there. Maybe we can look and see what this damned thing is that's down there that the other coyotes warned us about.
So you're you're remaining in the Umbra and just going back into Tombstone and then walking towards the mines and going inside, right?
Yep.
Alright, hold on, let me just write down some notes here. You all do that of walking back towards town. Everyone in city seems like a wispy, ghostly visage of themselves as they are there in the material plane doing their own things, and they talk to one another and can hear this murmur of voices, but it's mostly unintelligible. You can't hear what is being said.
Do we go by the bar number 3 to
Sure.
look in what they're doing?
Yeah, you can see that people are talking. You can't tell what they're saying. That's the nature of being in the Umbra. You can't really see things happening.
Is the sheriff still there?
The sheriff and the deputy are still there. They're mostly now working with a coroner to apparently try to get rid of the bodies. Not get rid, but like tend to them without letting too many people see all the nonsense that's been going down. You see that the courtesans and the naked barkeep, are on the outside now. They're being talked to. People are trying to get information out of them, and they're still kind of woozy. And you don't necessarily know what's going on, but people seem to be trying to talk to them, and they still seem kind of to have this forlorn look on their face. There's a big gathering of people near the place, trying to look over each other's shoulder to try and get a general sense of what's going on. And other than that, the rest of town seems to be going on with its daily happenstances, usual. All start to go back, or rather make your way towards the mine. And when you get there, you do see that the two guards are there, but they're also just ghostly visages of the guards in the material plane. And you see that there are boards guarding the entrance to the mines. Even in the Umbra, there's a reflection of the things in the material plane cast a reflection here. Except that because these things are very recently put up, they haven't really taken spiritual hold yet, so they can easily be removed. Although not that easy. I'll need someone
Are they, tight enough so we can just pass it by, or we could just pass it by without doing it? By just, crawling somehow into the mines?
You can't just pass by. They seem to be trying to take spiritual hold there, so while you can just kind of cross through them, they still provide a manner of low spiritual barrier. So I need any one of you guys to make and succeed on a noses roll.
Garrett, can you take care of that barrier in front of us?
You know what?
Why
Why
not? I will
not?
use the brute strength of my soul. Ooh.
Nope.
I don't think you can do that with your noodle arms. Let Garrett do that.
Ghost noodle arms.
I have the highest noses, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll give it a try. My noses is 30. Let's see what happens.
Hey!
Nice.
Wow, you guys are rolling very low today.
We.
It doesn't bode well for what's ahead. If you're
Don't.
No.
We just brought our D&D luck in. We're always
Oh,
from
no.
close.
So, Garrett, you step forward and you kind of put your hands on these boards and you kind of pry them apart, and you feel this resistance that they want to stay in place, but your spiritual strength is higher, mightier, and you just pull them apart, creating a path for the rest of your pack to go in through this opening that you make.
Now, does that affect the physical boards, or?
You don't know. You're not in the material plane to be able to see.
I'm just wondering if I can just. No, I won't potentially fuck with people just yet. She'll
That's not quite how
hold
things
in the
work.
urge. No, I don't imagine it is, but my brain is imagining weird things.
Very well. You open up the path and allow your pack to go inside. if they wish to.
Are we ready?
I'm going to assume so.
Let us in.
What with Garrett pulling away the boards, all of you, one by one, start to make your way inside the mines. And you see that the mines are kind of vast and expanse. This first initial area that you guys get into, there's still a lot of sun that comes in through, a lot of light shines through it, and you can see the locations pretty well. But as you start going further inside, the tunnels start to get darker, and the only real source of light you guys have are from some lanterns that are still burning within.
Can I create fire using my gift and use it as a torch?
Sure. The lanterns, they do cast some light, and there seem to be put every so many yards to illuminate the path. But yeah, if you feel at any point that you need more light, you can use your gift to create fire.
Great.
Also, I'm not necessarily sure if you need half a metric cube of fire for light.
You never know.
We definitely
What if
need
you-
at least 2 metric cubes of fire.
Yes.
Okay, well then roll 4 successes.
That's a hard one. In any case, you
How much to set the pipe on fire again?
I'm glad that you asked that.
To the
Let me
spiritual
tell.
world.
Now, as you're going in, you do see that there are indeed pipes digging their way through the walls and through the mines, making their way all the way here to the entrance. And as you keep going further down into the mines, you see that the pipes, they have a lot of mechanisms to them, a lot of machinery going on, some things that I doubt most of you would be knowledgeable about. What with you guys having no skill points in mechanical repair, or do any of you guys have
But
good points into
we
that?
have a
And-
gift. So
let
Ape
me
got
see.
less
Definitely
than-
not.
I got nothing of what none of you guys said.
I was tempted to start talking to.
I have
Uh,
10 in mechanical repair.
Yeah, that's the default.
Yeah, that's the base, which means nobody put points into mechanical repair.
Nope.
Will any of you bought like the gift that it's called Apecraft Blessings?
I do have a craft blessings. But it's not.
Can you check what it does in this system?
You can
If I
spend a
remember
turn.
correctly,
You can spend a turn concentrating, make an intelligence roll, and succeed. You gain a bonus die to use the tools made by and for human hands. So, considering that the pipes are not tools, I don't think a craft license is going to help.
Mario?
So all of you guys can, if you want, make a mechanical repair check to see how much about this you understand.
Sure. Bring us like spirits of coyotes.
We're all just trying a mechanical
Nope.
check.
Yeah, mechanical repair check, just to see if you understand anything about what's going on.
My vast piles of knowledge
Nope.
being a werewolf.
Ah,
Jeez.
yes.
Edward, what?
Edward
he's very
apparently
smart.
knows.
He's a smart boy.
I know everything about
This man
pipes.
hasn't rolled under a 10!
You see,
He
I
does not
have,
only
a
understand
above a
spirit,
10.
but also
Wow,
plundering.
Edward.
I have cousins, their name is Mario and Luigi in Italy.
Oh no.
They taught me about plumbing and pipes and such.
Edward, you don't know exactly how to operate this machinery. You do know to a certain degree because of your hard success, but mostly all of your mechanical knowledge comes from having served in the war. You did see a lot of machinery there. Then this is like, the 1800s war, so not things like tanks or whatever, but some rudimentary things like cannons and other mechanical apparatus being used here and there. You do know that these mechanical systems on the pipes are kind of pressure valves, and there does seems to be some other kind of there's more than just one pipe here. You looking at all of these pipes, you intuit that one of these is for the water itself, and the other pipes are for other substances to make their way to and fro. And you imagine at some point that, what with this being a mine, and there being other kinds of pipes, some of which seems like potentially exhaust pipes, you feel like you can't just pump water up with willpower. There must be some kind of generator or pump or something at the bottom of the mine or somewhere in the mine, and these mechanisms along the pipes are pretty much little engines that are running to pump the water upwards. And imagine that it must be one of these mechanisms along the path that breaks down and catches on fire.
Well, that makes sense now. I'll tell that to the party. To the pack.
The boys.
The boys.
So then we just need to destroy a couple of these things, and that'll stop it all.
Yes, but why do you need to stop it since we're here?
Yeah, I don't think the pumps are doing anything bad, per se, that we
You
know
don't
of.
even sure if the water is bad. They want to stop.
I'm pretty sure we just mentioned that we wanted to set the pumps on fire as a joke. I don't think we actually want to do anything with them.
We wanted the potassium to enter, but then we remember that we can just enter it in Umbra.
Yes.
there's no-
and if we're already here, we might as well find out what the fuck is happening, at least in this plane.
Speaking of that, did we see any spirits lurking around?
You didn't go too far in yet. You're still like lurking around the entrance. You're just analyzing the pipes that run.
And
Let's
yeah.
follow the pipes.
Any, I don't know if you see it, but any dead bodies, potentially?
Even though you're in the
Yeah, it would
Umbra,
be
you can
further
see what appears to be blood splatters around.
Lovely.
Well, apparently the blood splatters have been around long enough to manifest in Umbra.
So you guys are going further down into the mines following the pipes?
Yes.
That
I think
seems
that
like a plan.
would be
Yes.
Alright. You all then start to make your way down the mines, following the pipes, and you see that further up ahead there's like a couple there's the mines that kind of split into two paths. One that goes ahead and there's train tracks on the ground, and there's another path that kind of just turns right, and the pipes kind of disappear into the wall, going to the right. But when you look down to this passage in the right, you see that the pipes come out a little bit further down that path.
Well, I'm guessing we should follow the pipes.
yeah.
Well, that's the plan.
That's what you're doing.
Maybe we should get ready for something and maybe change over to our other form.
Well, it's not like anyone will see us.
I certainly don't want to be caught unaware like in the bar last time.
Well, this time we'll at least have time to save our clothes.
Yeah, so
Yes,
what I'm hearing is you want to be caught with your pants down.
yes, sir.
Yes, kinda.
Thaddeus takes off his clothes and puts them in the bag and switches over to his other form.
All right.
I'll do the same.
Party time.
I do it as well. To Krinos.
Let's get naked in the mines, I guess.
And Yorn is like, no, I'm not doing that.
Listen,
So
pretty much
now
it, yeah.
you guys are in this view. You can access your tokens. If you right-click your tokens, you will see that a bunch of options come up. On the right-hand side, the middle option, where it is a little silhouette with sparks around it. If you click that option, it'll show up a whole array of little conditions. On the very bottom, there's a condition for each form.
Ah.
And toggle the form that you want to be in. And because you're out of combat, you can just shift without making rolls.
So much better.
Can you
Uh,
how to change the token?
Come again?
Right
Can you
click the
repeat how to change
token.
the
Change
Right-click the token. The
change
top
the
right icon next to your token lets you assign status effects.
That's an interesting idea, by the way. Can you make a foundry that the token change?
You
I-
can.
Yes,
Can. I don't know how to do that, but you can.
I'll
That'd
show
be
you after
interesting.
this.
Thank you.
Yeah, we could just switch our tokens to werewolf tokens.
It's the
That
same
would
way
be
that
neat.
Ruckum changes form.
Wonderful. So yeah, the tunnel I was talking about is this one that goes down. You can take that tunnel.
I assume since we're out of combat, we could just drag our token instead of doing
Yeah,
the
I'm-
control.
I'm mostly just kind of
Yep.
putting you on the map so you guys can get a sense, a feeling for the place. But you guys are going down that way, right?
Looks like it.
All
Yep.
right.
Yes.
So let me drag you guys then. That'll make matters easier. So as you all start going down that path, eventually much further on, you do see this wispy, ghostly visage of a creature down there. Can't quite properly tell what exactly it is. Yep. But this creature,
Oof.
whatever it is, looks hideous. It looks deformed and looks kind of ghastly. Its skin has taken a pale coloration. Its hands are kind of full of gashes, but also hardened. The skin looks like it has dried and is cracked, but the entirety of the hands are completely calloused, and so are portions of the rest of this creature's body. Most of the hair has fallen out, and you can see like a patchy scalp. And whenever this creature just that is kind of just hitting the wall with a pickaxe, whenever it turns around, you can see its also distorted face, and you can see that this is a human, or at least it once was a human. But now it is what you Garou know as a Fomor. Creature that has lost its spirit to the worm and is now completely corrupted.
We
So
need to get rid of that thing.
far
I'm
corrupted.
guessing it's one of the werewolves.
So far corrupted that the corruption shows up physically. But this creature does not seem to be a werewolf. Or at least it doesn't seem to be in a werewolf-ish form. It's just there.
Well, yes, but the werewolves, when they die, turned back human. So
And
Can I do a
also,
roll of
guess
true
is
form?
that these were the turned miners.
and even though this creature is there, it's not in the Umbra.
So we have to go back before we can dispatch this thing.
Potentially, yes. But
We have to dispatch it?
Can I use
We
my
should
scent of true
dispatch it.
form? Maybe
you're what?
my scent of true form, the gift. Check what it is.
Let me just read about it. Mm. Ah, I don't know
Was it working?
if you would have to be on the same plane to be able to check their scent, but
Mm.
I'll allow you to make this roll regardless.
Yay.
Except that it'll be a hard difficulty.
Okay.
His soul is stanky.
So just make a primal urges check. And you get to add
Do I need to do a modifier thing or not?
yeah, you get to add your 27, which is half of your power to it. And then
Should I choose hard too or just regular difficulty?
yeah, you can choose hard just that so it'll show the correct degrees of success there. Oh.
Fuck.
You try to detect what this creature might be, Sinar, but in the Umbra, it's really hard to catch a whiff of things that are not in the Umbra. Even though you can see, it's hard to sense it.
My nose is terrible.
And besides, not only this, but all of you feel... Whenever you try to do this Sinar, you also feel kind of dizzy for a moment, almost as if a headache is coming, but then you shake your head and it's gone. And as you look around, you seem to realize, even though at this point all of you guys would have noticed this clearly, but there's little chunks of silver sticking out of the walls all around you. This is a silver mine after all.
Oh no.
Because most of it seems to have been already dug out and removed, it isn't affecting you guys that badly, but there's still some silver up and about. There does not seem to be anything silver in this creature though.
What's the plan, boys?
So, you guys want to dispatch the thing, the whatever this is.
It is clearly corrupted, we need to dispatch with it.
So we have to exit the spirit world to do that. Are there reflective surfaces? Can we use one of the chunks of silver sticking out to get back?
Before you guys have an actual chance to do that, however, you do sense a disturbance in the air around you, and you can see actually poking out of the walls two spirits. And they seem angry, these two spirits.
Should we talk to them?
And one seems to have a good rapport with those things.
Yes.
I'll ask him what seems to be the problem. Why are you angry?
These spirits, you see that they're earth taken form. These spirits, they just kind of come out of the walls and they start just kind of angrily looking at all of you, and they almost seem to be fuming and to be sorry. Whenever they talk, they seem almost to spit gravel as they do, and they just look around you all and to the Fulmor there keeping the mining operation going, and they just yell at you pretty much, Edward. They're taking away our home, puncturing holes into our bodies.
We're here to help. Yeah, English.
Our bodies hurt. There's holes in our home, in our very beings. have to be stopped.
We will stop him. Could you let us? Could you help us to get out of the Umbra? We will help you.
I think they want us to stop the mining operation, not.
That's what I'm saying. Hello.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can kill that thing that's mining your bodies.
Edward, you try to do your best and talk to these spirits, and you feel like coming out of the Umbra wouldn't be that particularly difficult. There does seems to be buckets of water kind of all around. It would be tricky to, come back with those, but overall it wouldn't be necessarily tricky to come back from the Umbra. However,
I'm mostly waiting for the reaction.
they are very angry, so I will need you to go ahead and make a persuade roll.
Oh yeah, my worst.
Well, that's what you get.
Maybe I can help you do that. I do have a way with words.
You can talk to spirits. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Persuade. Where is it? So many stats. I can't find it. Found it. 10.
Alright,
Uh-oh.
roll your persuade.
Oh.
Look on the right side, you've been rolling great today.
Which means that you'll have 4 degrees of failure,
That's
and
roll
that
four,
will make
it's
them want to
fine.
murder us.
Oh,
Oh no!
come on, that's gotta be a critical success.
We all know that 69 is success, yes.
The most legendary of rolls.
So, you fail this check.
Damn it.
Not only do you fail this check, but the spirits, they seem very angry, and they not only they don't seem appeased, but they seem to think that they need to take out their anger on something. Might as well be all 6 of you.
I'll tell to the pack, get ready.
But
They're about to attack.
as the spirits, they kind of just shout and yell and say, "No, you're the deceivers. You will be taken down." You feel like not only your negotiation hasn't made any fruits, but it frustrates you so much that these spirits are not relenting, and that thought of you being so close to doing something peacefully, but having it fall through, fills you with rage. And I need you to go ahead and make a rage check, see if you don't go into a frenzy. All right. Failure is good. You managed to not succumb by rage, and you just calm yourself down, taking deep breaths as all of you get ready to face against these spirits. So,
Well, I don't know how good a gun is against spirits, honestly.
Doubtful?
Yeah.
Do guns even work here?
that is a good point that I completely forgot to mention, is that you can't bring things into the spirit world. Only things that you have what's the word? You have bound.
Spiritually attuned
Yeah, spiritually
or
bound to you,
awakened for
like your clothing, or if you have fetishes.
Well, my carpet bag!
So all of those things that you have not been that are not spiritually attuned to you, they didn't come with you.
Well, at least I'm still dressed up fancy.
So what you're saying, as soon as we entered Umbra, people who are not attuned to stuff became completely naked.
Pretty much, yeah. I forgot all about that. Didn't come up
Well,
with
at least it's some unknown planes far away from people.
Yeah, it's on a very easy to find place with a dead body in the spirit world. There in the material plane, there are your belongings. Other than that, these spirits are having none of your nonsense, so it's combat time.
Ah, yes. Random piles of discarded clothing.
Bad.
It's like in that War of the Worlds where you just get hit by the laser that makes you kapoof and your clothes fall
Disintegrates
down.
you.
So
Movie terrified me as a kid.
it is terrifying. In any case, the spirits are angry and they do get you go first because their dexterity is 90. So
Oh no.
Very dexterous earth spirits.
yes. Little do you know, but the earth is hella mad. And this earth elemental will glide towards you, Sinar, and will start to go and do weird stuff to you.
Oh no.
Yeah, it will just attack you. Can't do much else, I'm afraid.
Dodge?
Sure, yeah, you can react either by dodging or defending. Up to you.
What would defend me?
I
What's that?
I tell to Edward, I take it from this you didn't convince them to help us, right?
Nope. Speaking of that, since they're your elemental, or not elemental, it's not gene. Since they're spirits and of your and such, do they have some sort of, I don't know, silver in them? Question mark.
They 100% do have slags of silver attached to them, but since you're in the Umbra, the silver doesn't seem to affect you. Or at least it doesn't feel weird whenever it comes close to you. Pretty much. In any case,
So I can
Sinar,
dodge or what?
Yeah.
What's the option?
you can dodge, in which case you make a dodge roll. If you succeed your dodge roll, you will suffer. Well, depending on the degree of success they get. If you succeed in your dodge roll, you take no damage. Or you can defend, in which you make a skill check, which I don't remember what it is. And if you succeed, you reduce the amount of damage you suffer.
I'll go for a dodge.
Alright, so let me roll for them. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Ah, yes, I forgot you. Target. So it will try to brawl against you, and that's a hit.
Fuck.
So Sinar, it will hit you and will do damage to you. You will go ahead and suffer 12 points of damage,
Ooh.
of which you can soak 5. So let me do that for you. 7 points of damage to you. So that's it for that Earth Elemental. The other Earth Elemental we'll go ahead and... By the way, now you guys can hover over the enemies and see what their injured state is. I believe.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, so you can see how close they are to dying or not. The other Earth Elemental is going to do a couple of things. First, it's going to armor itself up, in which it takes 2 points of damage to increase its soak value by 50%, so now it can soak a whole lot more damage. And then it's going to try and incite rage. Let's see. I want Woden. You're going to have to go ahead and make a willpower check. A willpower skill check. You need a hard success to beat this. Or is it a success? Are you there, Burn?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, I need you to go ahead and make a
He already did.
willpower skill check
Oh, that was them.
in your innate skills.
Okay. No. Nine. Not flat. Okay, it's not regular, right?
Yes. All right.
Oh.
With that failure, Woden, you go into a frenzy.
Okay.
Oh
I'm
no.
gonna kill every one of my
He's
companions.
tanky.
And because your rage is higher than your willpower, you cannot differentiate between targets.
Oh no.
So you're going to attack whoever's closest to you on your turn. And that's what the Earth Spirit does. Next up, Thaddeus. What do?
Well, not seeing any of this, I'm going to see if I can saunter up behind this thing.
Sure.
See if I can attack it. 7.
Mhm.
And is there a flanking with Call of Cthulhu? I always forget.
No, usually there's the outnumbered, but we're not using that rule.
Ah, very good.
So target the creature and make your attack.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Well, I'm not even
Yeesh.
not even gonna roll for the creature. Doesn't matter if it dodges or what.
Yeah.
Okay, you try to run up there and try to strike at the creature, but nothing happens, Thaddeus. The creature, being an earth elemental, there's a lot of craggy rock, and when you try to render it with your claws, you mostly just feel resistance. You need to fight your way through layers and layers of rock to find the goopy gooey spiritual essence within, and you can't get to it.
This thing seems very tough.
That's a gooey spiritual center.
Edward.
I'm after this goop.
Okay.
Gooey goop goop. Let's see if I can do it. Where is my claw? Padum.
You should try to strike at it with all of your Garou might, but it's too hard and tough. You can't pierce.
We're having a
its-
rough time.
You cannot
Yeah.
pierce its shell. Ernest, what do?
Alright, so my brawl, not great. So I don't really want to try. Is there something I could do to just assist others in their turns on my turn?
I have no idea.
Do you check your? Do you have like gifts that help you with that?
No. I built a social dude and we're doing combat.
And you don't even have anything on you. Because I don't think you are attuned to your stuff. And you chose to be human.
I would have. I thought I had my gun at least.
You have nothing!
I have nothing.
You have
I mean, your gun you could have it because, and it has been with you for a long time. It can be like spiritually awakened, so you can fire, or you could fire it in your human form.
No, well, I don't have it. Is the thing because we're in the Umbra.
Yeah,
it doesn't
the-
come
Oh,
with.
the thing
That's
is
what
that
I mean.
if
I would
you,
use the right of talisman dedication on the gun had I remembered that.
Yeah,
But I
you-
didn't.
Yeah, You have not been able to do that because you don't have enough noses to be able to attach both your clothes and the gun.
Yeah, we're working on that. Don't worry.
No, so what you mean is that your gun, you left it behind when you changed like to Crinos, or what do you mean?
No, whenever you guys came into the Umbra, because your gun is not spiritually attuned to you.
Yeah, material items can't join you unless they're. I use the rite of talisman dedication on it, and which I've already used on my clothes because he's
And-
a very posh person.
And much like you yourself said, you are a social guy, so this gun would not have enough spiritual importance to you to have accompanied
Yeah.
you. It's not like you're a marksman who, and this is your trusted gun. It's just a
I mean,
revolver.
I
you
have a trick shot ability, but that's really just a party trick.
So no, you have absolutely nothing on you. I don't know what you can do. You tell me. What do you want to try and do?
Cheer us up.
Um,
Distract me because I'm probably going to kill someone.
Probably me.
How would I distract you? And how would I do that without you killing me? Uh, pa- 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 pa. Yeah, I don't know. Can I make myself just harder to hit on my turn at least so I don't die? I wonder.
I'll say that you can try to be harder to hit. So go ahead and make a dodge check. If you succeed, people have a harder time hitting you.
Cool. Because I'm famously good at rolls in this.
All right.
I did it!
And yes, you are.
You start just you kind of
Do backflips. Just
no,
in place.
not quite. That's not how you dodge attacks. You
But anime!
you get this is not anime. Get that weeb shit out of here.
Okay.
No.
You
Our
get
powers.
You get light on your feet, standing on your toes, just trying to be more nimble and
Shifting back
agile.
and forth.
Should anything come towards you in the near future. Other than
Cool.
that, you're not entirely sure what you can do to try and distract Walden. So the best you can do is to be the closest one to him whenever he just goes buck wild.
Yeah, he's gonna go to try and attack me, I guess, and I'll just be hard to hit. Let's try that.
Sure. So that's it for you. Next up is Walden. It's your turn. You're currently frenzied, so you will attack the creature closest to you, which would be either Ernest or Garrett. Sanar is a few pixels away from you, so it's either one of them. You can, however, choose to spend a point of willpower to not attack either one of these targets on this turn.
And willpower to not attack, just lose the turn.
To not attack one of your allies.
All right, like I see Senar's like Kiena face, all pretty and cute, and be like, no, I cannot fucking do this. I have to control myself. So I will spend the willpower.
Alright, so you lose 8 sanity points. Resolve points. And you control yourself to not attack them. The rage still burns within you, but you try to keep it controlled. And in essence, you lose your turn. Just trying very hard not to do anything weird. Next up is
Alright.
Senar.
Yes,
This is going
I'll
great,
move
guys.
away. Like this, and I think create element could bypass armor, right? Or not be soaked or something.
Come again?
Yeah.
Yeah, then
You
I'll
can't.
use create element and shoot one of the spirits.
I suppose you can use that great element to damage them.
May I recommend water?
I thought about the element too, not sure.
Oh, the thing is that only fire deals damage, other elements don't really.
Okay, then fire, I guess.
And it's not so much that the fire itself is just fire, but it's spiritually attuned and created fire, so it's going to have more of an oomph to it.
Noise.
It's the concept of fire.
Something like
How do I
that.
roll?
You don't roll anything really, you just spend noses, so... Or rather magic points, so that'll be... 3 magic points that you spend.
Mm-hmm.
So on your character sheet, on the left, bottom left, you can just reduce magic points by 3.
Yes, I did.
And then you make a noses roll just to see how much damage you deal. Alright,
Hey.
Not
it's
bad.
2 degrees of success is a roll 2 d6s. On the chat log there's this square, click it twice to load up 2 d6s and then click the roll button. Nice. You deal 7 points of damage, of spiritual damage to the earth element.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And that's it. Right?
Yes.
Alright. Leslie Garrett.
Okay, well, this one over here decided it would be a fun time to make itself harder to hit or harder to damage, so I will be the boy who does all of the damage.
Do the slashes, yes. Go
Roll a
for it.
1. Crit.
Hard success.
Nice.
Alright. The Elemental will
What?
be trying to protect itself to reduce the damage that it suffers. So it will reduce the damage that it suffers by 3. So roll your damage.
Okay. Oop. Oop.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Ooh.
Keep doing that.
Yes.
This is good.
Uh
Well, that's why I attacked it.
oh, would you look at that? You cause exactly how much hit points the creature had left, which is 11. It dies.
Yeah!
This spirit just fades back into the far umbra and just vanishes from the battlefield. Are you doing anything else, Garrett?
I guess I'll start moving to that one.
Alright. Next up is this other earth elemental that is right there. It'll look at all of you, and in its state of anger, it's just going to target Thaddeus. No, it's gonna target Sinar, who actually dealt damage to it.
I shot the other one.
No, you dealt damage to
no.
this one with fire.
I think I targeted the other one, pretty sure.
Did you?
This
Yeah.
one is already badly injured, though.
Okay. Fine.
Well, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't see that earlier. You did target the other one, but I did apply damage to this one. I'm sorry.
Okay, fine. Yeah, it's attacking me, I guess.
No, not Sinar.
I'm
So,
getting bullet.
yeah, are you going to dodge or block?
Let's try block.
Okay, so go ahead and make a brawl check. Or rather, yeah. You do have your spear, so you can make a spear check to try and block with it. It's your
Do I have
highest.
my spear? I thought we didn't have our things with us.
Oh yeah, sorry. Forgot about. There's a lot to keep track of. Yeah, brawl check then. Make a brawl check.
Need more nose.
His soul is in too many pieces. Oh no.
Where's Brawl again? Sorry. Combat?
It's
Is-
under fighting, but if you go into combat, you'll see less options.
Unarmed?
No, you just click the brawl.
No, beneath it, under melee skills, brawl.
I have Bite and Claw, but no Brawl.
Further down.
Yeah. Melee
Where-
weapons, ranged weapons, melee skill, ranged skill.
Dang.
Unfortunately, no, that's a failure. You do not manage to block any damage, but... Oh no, it rolls an extreme success.
Oh!
Feels bad, man.
Doctor, help.
Who's Batman?
Quickly, give him the snake oil.
Feels bad, man.
So it's going to deal 14 points of damage to you, which is the maximum it can deal. You, however,
Oh my god.
manage to soak 5 points of damage, so you suffer only 9.
I'm such a small lad. Any of these attacks, if they hit me, would probably take me out.
Well, that's why the big lad is here. And all the other big lads, because everyone is over 9 feet tall except you.
It does not manage to knock you out, though.
I'm just a guy.
Small.
Next up, Thaddeus. What we do?
Try to hit it again.
Go for it.
Kill, Thaddeus. Kill it.
Oh no.
Regular
Alright.
success.
Huzzah!
That'll hit. Roll for damage.
Much better than last time.
Ten points.
10 points. It'll try and block further damage. And it does. It blocks 6 extra points of damage, so it completely negates all of the damage you try to deal to it.
Boo!
Stupid spirit.
It's a
Stupid rock that I punched.
it's a chunky boy. Edward.
I punched a rock ghost and it didn't take any damage.
I'm gonna slash at Z or not. Can I kinda stand in front of Sanar so it wouldn't hit him?
Um,
I can move. I mean,
due to Scenarios' positions, you can't, but you can try and distract it.
Or I can try to kill it, so let's try to kill it.
Sure.
Yeah. Come on, roll a 1.
No, roll 20.
You know what? 20's good. 20's good.
Wonderful. It will once again try to reduce the damage. Roll for your damage.
Lovely.
Whoa!
Yeah, no.
What?
Yummy.
Got him.
That won't do nothing.
Ooh.
This is bull. Why won't this thing die?
It soaks all of the damage.
Punch rocks. I'm surprised it doesn't work.
Ernest, you see that Walden, he's... You see that he's... Now you notice that he's very frenzied and he's seems to be trying to control himself to not attack you guys, but you see that it's exerting a lot of mental power from his part to keep his cool.
Is there something I could do to break him out of the frenzy?
Kiss him.
I don't think you have...
Loaded, it's me! It's Ernest!
I don't think you have any gifts that allows you to do that.
Yeah, probably not. So, I think I'll just keep his attention so he doesn't turn on one of our other allies who are currently handling the spirit.
I will say that I'll allow you to make a hard persuade check. If you succeed, he can make a willpower roll on his turn.
Ah, yes. Something I'm good at.
Persuade at hard difficulty. Let's go.
Give me a bop in the nose. That will wake me.
Boop.
Okay. Can I use my persuasion ability, make an appearance roll. On a success, I gain a bonus die on all social rolls until the end of the scene.
Sure.
And persuade is a... Okay, cool. So first, appearance.
Watch you roll a 99.
I will be...
Wow.
Rigged.
Even angrier at you.
I'm so bad at this.
Not fun anymore.
I did not know I had this power.
Listen.
Quick, Ernest,
Yeah.
use your legs to get away.
I think I just gonna walk away from Woden so he doesn't kill me.
Well, you can still go ahead and make your persuade check at hard difficulty.
Oh, no.
My appearance won't help me if he punches me in the face.
I think Woden's just not into Ernest, and that's why that failed.
Maybe.
Perhaps,
Right.
yes.
Seemed to work
Sweet.
all the time.
Ernest is Ernest the British guy?
Fucking hell. I can
Yes,
actually
he
spend some
is.
luck points to...
Oh,
Nope,
no.
not to hard success.
The Irish,
Ooh, 13
Irish
luck.
blood in Woden can recognize you.
Yep. So I'm gonna walk away.
Something tells me
Yeah,
he's
we
going
used
to go after you either way.
Yeah. I make a complete fool of myself in front of him. He's just gonna chase me down.
Well, at least he's not in our way.
So, are you staying there? Are you moving away, Ernest?
I think I gotta leave.
Sure. You have
What do I have to do to drag my thing around? Is it control?
yeah, hold down
Yeah.
control. You can walk up to 9 yards away. Up to.
Alright.
Then just press the space to finish the movement. You can click multiple times to set a waypoint.
Okay, cool.
If you want to do that.
No.
Yankee's tail, so he follows you.
Actually,
Which
yeah,
time?
just keeping him far from you guys would be a good idea. How do I undo that waypoint? There we go. Yeah, I'll just move over here.
You just go away from the mines.
I just go home.
Pretty much.
Oh no, I left my
Yes,
pants
go
back in
ahead.
town.
Like, oh my
Pants in
god!
town. And I'm trapped in the spirit world. Shit.
So, Ernest, with having moved away, are you the only? Yeah, you're the only homemade still around.
Yep. I taunt Woden from across the way and be like, "You can't get me." Yeah, yeah.
So Woden, all attempts to appease you have failed. You're still maddened, and you're gonna attack the closest person to you, which I believe is Garrett,
Yep.
unless you spend a willpower point.
Can he take a punch?
Garrett, I think he can.
Yes, I think
Oh.
I have the most health in the party.
Garrett can take a shitload of punches, actually. Has 38 hit points, the boy.
He is the Augrun, right? If I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Let's taste.
This is like my job.
Yeah. Let's taste it. Test it. I mean, not taste you.
Sure.
Yummy.
Yeah. So, what do I have to do if I am at frenzy?
You make an attack against Garrett.
All right.
Use your Krynos bite and claw attack.
Not working.
I'm sorry, what?
How was it to make the roll? Because I am giving it in plus D8, but it's not working. I think.
Whenever you open up your character sheet, you go into combat, and then you will see your attacks. You will see the melee weapons, and then you click on the one that you want, the name of the weapon.
Yeah, I was clicking in the wrong character sheet.
Ah. Yeah, you can only make rolls from yours.
My target. I forgot. It was D, right?
D is in
No,
target.
T.
Yes.
To Garrett.
Yep. Moving closer to him, and then you do your brawl check.
What are you doing?
Oh no.
At least it's just a regular success. So Garrett, are you dodging or blocking?
Probably blocking. Let me just check my dodge. Dodge is okay, but my block is better.
Alright, make a brawl check.
Boop. Oof.
You whiff it. You will suffer full damage.
I will spend 4 luck.
Alright, so you will reduce the damage by 3. You can go ahead and roll the damage,
And-
Woden.
And
We'll
an
kill our party
additional-
member.
I'm sorry.
Is it a 10th of my con that I soak?
Yeah, I'll do that automatically. But it will be
Okay.
6 points, yeah. So, Woden, on the chat, there's the roll damage button. Click on that.
On the what?
On the chat log.
Oh yeah, I saw. Roll damage. Here. And
So that'll be your armor is in essence 6 plus 3, which is 9. So you will suffer 1 point of damage, Garrett,
Oh no.
which has already been
Big
dealt to
hits.
Oh no.
I gave you a little scratch.
you. All throwing
Fuck
hands
off.
in here.
Dude,
Yeah, I was getting handsy, like going for your ass or something, and you were like, "No."
attack this thing, not me.
And with that out of the way, Sanar, it's up to
Yes.
you again.
How do I move again? Control, right?
Yeah, control to measure how much you're moving. Hold down control and then click and drag.
Alright, I'll use my create spirit fire again.
Alright. So once again you spend another 3 magic points to
Yes, that's done.
do that, and now you roll noses. You right clicked that, you should have left click.
Oh, my bad.
I don't know why it showed that way, but it would seem like you succeeded. Really enough.
Yeah, it looks weird. Should I roll again? Or
No, it's okay. I'll take that. That
Right.
1 degree of success. So you can roll 1d6 points of damage.
Nice.
5.
nice.
Good. Ooh. This creature had 6 hit points left, so it's down at 1.
amazing.
Overkill time.
Time for the overkill. And that's it for your turn. Last up is Garrett.
Okay, let's roll a 99. Let's go.
No, those are mine. All right. Save them for me.
Fine. I'll roll a 72. Rolling's really unnecessary at this point, but because it's funny.
It might soak damage. No, it doesn't. Yeah, it suffers the whole 12 points of damage, which causes it to die.
Yeah, there was no way it
No.
was going to soak 17 damage.
I designed Ernest to be social, but instead, in play, he has become the comedic relief of the group.
This is fine too.
It's okay. We need that.
So that last earth elemental dissipates into the fire umbra as you just claw at it, Garrett, with your claws, kind of grabbing two big chunks of rock, pulling them apart much like you did with the planks at the entrance. And when you see the goopy, gooey spiritual essence within, you just lunge forwards and bite and trash at it, destroying this spirit's essence and causing it to fly away, to reform.
Why do ghosts taste so nice?
I don't know, actually. You tell
Does
me.
it taste like mint?
The taste is to die for.
Tastes like animal protein on a stick for some reason.
Is there a bucket of spiritual water nearby me?
Bucket of spiritual water.
It's probably
You
a
did
bucket
tell
of regular
about
water.
buckets of water being nearby all the time.
Yeah. There are buckets of spiritual water. I don't know why. Well, sure,
I'll
yes.
pick it up and throw it at Woden. Calm down.
You do that, but at that point, Walden has been already calmed down. So you
The
just
spirit's dead.
yeah, the spirit that caused the frenzy is already gone, and it's no longer
I'm still doing that.
exerting its influence. So Walden,
Now it's gonna
You are-
smell like wet ghost.
you are soaked for nothing, pretty much.
How much damage does he soak? No, he's just wet. What?
I have been bonked.
Pretty much.
He's naked, he's wet, he's cold.
Don't continue or Twitch will be on Doug.
Cut myself off, don't worry.
So you shake your head, Walden, and you now feel like you're back to normal. You feel back in control.
Well, I will be like, oh fuck, those damn things sure are hungry. Oh, I could feel their rage.
Oh. What
We
now?
know what they were talking about, the angry spirits, at least.
While they're talking, we'll work at Sanar's. Somehow! No, I don't think I can do anything without my tools.
You don't even need to, because since you are all in your Krynos form,
Krina's phone?
you all
Except the injured person. Oh no, he's.
He's in there
Never
as
mind.
well.
I'm getting my people confused.
it's a bunch of wolves in here, huh? All
Oh,
of
a
you,
Gatling gun.
all of you,
I have Trinos and Muhammad walk into a mine.
start to regenerate your wounds. Since you didn't suffer any major wounds, all of you just recover all full health.
Yay.
Sanar's at zero.
Single hit point.
And except Ernest, who does not recover hit points, but he doesn't have hit points to recover.
Only 2 people got hit, I think.
Thankfully. And none of those hits were major wounds. But you feel
Your
like
boy's doing a hitless run of Call of the Werewolf.
however, you feel like if these spirits were to harm you in the material plane, it would be bad, because they do have big slags of silver on them. In the material
Oh,
plane.
So they do worse with home field advantage?
Apparently. Well, I think specifically these ones on account of the fact that they have silver in them.
Haha, they suck.
Otherwise, I think they're the same. Do spirits just manifest in the real world to attack you?
Those who are trained in spirits might be able to tell, so if you want to know, make an occult check.
It's 5, I didn't know we need that skill.
course you
For
need that skill.
spirit,
That's something I've.
for spirit-related knowledge, it is an occult. Yeah.
I want to check my luck.
Oh my god.
I
Wow.
don't even know.
Um,
Spirits, what are those? I
That-
don't know
Hold
if
on,
fucking
wait.
rocks.
Where's a
Thaddeus,
cult?
Thaddeus, you are 100% convinced that spirits can do whatever the heck they
Oh.
want.
Yeah,
Just
I mean they've
kidding.
always have
Spirits
been.
don't exist.
You,
Just for
You-
the lols.
Hold on.
Didn't think so.
Where is a cult? I can't find it.
Occult
It's
in your
the
skills.
third row.
The
Oh.
easiest thing to
I
find
passed.
things on this sheet, Control F and type the word and it will
Oh,
highlight.
you are right.
It's wondrous.
Let's do it. Nope.
I already passed, but okay.
did some? Oh, there you go.
Oh, he spent
Yeah,
3
it's been
luck.
luck.
That's fair.
Whenever you start going on about it, Thaddeus, about like spirits can materialize, they can affect your mind, they can, steal your children and do this and do that. Senar, you come in to correct him on that. And
Well, actually,
Well, actually,
spirits can do some of those things. Spirits can materialize in the material plane. They can affect your mind, and they can attack you and do all kinds of other things. But it's not all black and white like that. Some spirits can, and some spirits can't. It really depends on the spirit, and even spirits of the same type might have different abilities. So that is to say that those two spirits could have been completely different, even though they look exactly alike. So you can't really tell until you face the spirit itself. But some spirits do have some standards amongst them. Things that all spirits are able to do or not. And your knowledge tells you that, yes, spirits of the elements have an easier time materializing. Materializing, however, requires the spirit's spiritual power, their... I forget which stat it is. In this game is intelligence. It requires that status to be equal to or higher than the place's gauntlet level. Which in game term means that, well, rather, in non-game terms means that the spirit has to have a spiritual strength higher than the thickness of the veil in the place, because the more technology there is in a place, the harder it is for spirits to come through from the spiritual world to the material plane. So in heavily constructed places, like cities, it's very hard for elements to just appear. But in the wilderness, it's much easier. And here in the mines, even though there's a lot of civilization and construction going on, most things are still down to a very natural level, and there's more rock than there is machinery and technology going on. So yeah, in essence, those spirits could materialize into the material plane.
Alright, but what do we do about this creature?
Well, it's in the material plane.
Yes,
So we
but
have
we
to-
have to deal with it. We can't just leave it in here.
well, let's finish what we were doing first and then decide.
Yeah, we can come back for it.
Alright, and what is it that you guys were doing? Exploring all of the mines?
Pretty much, yeah.
What is
Yeah,
this
trying
thing?
to find
That's one of the
Hey
many...
man, if we could pick up some spare silver on the way out,
pumps.
so I can use them for bullets, that'd be nice.
That is one of the many pressure gauges. to control the water pumps.
But the way
So-
down is blocked by metal sheets, or we could just go down by by using the mine, I guess.
Yeah. Let's keep exploring.
Are we ignoring the creature?
Just for now, we can come back.
We
Okay,
can't do
okay.
anything to it here.
Yeah, the creature is in the material plane. It's not in the same plane of existence as you guys currently.
But it might calm down the spirits. I mean, there is a bucket in here of water that we can use to go in and out.
We could go back where we came from and take a different path.
Well, there's also this pool of water on the ground now for some reason.
Oh.
So what do you say, Warden? He's upset he's wet, I guess.
Woden, you're muted.
Oh fuck, I was muted. Yes. I have a question. The sheets of metal, they are not silver, right?
No. It's
Uh,
some other metal.
are they reflective enough?
They are. You have plenty of means here to go to and fro from the Umbra.
All right, I say like we. Well, my opinion is that we finish exploring this side, and when we have like enough information and we know like there are no other dangers, we step, or we just break things here. Because if I remember correctly, if we break the pumps here, they are going to fail in the material world.
Why are we breaking the pump again?
What?
But why are we breaking them? For what reason we're breaking it?
Well, first of all, because we assume the water is contaminated. Second, this is probably a part of the plan of the guy we are trying to stop. So, like, putting a big rock in his shoe can help us out in some way, maybe.
But it also could be normal water, that's why we wanted to go to the depths of this place and find out there.
Yeah,
That
it's
could be-
best find
yes,
out.
That's why we
Let's
have
find
to
out
go.
what's wrong with the water first.
We can break the pumps later too. Let's find out. first.
Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, let's find out. Let's go down.
All
But
right.
it's also kind of our duty to get rid of this creature, because, you know, the whole Garou against worm stuff.
So, all of you guys then make your way back through the corridor that you all came, into the point where the path split. From that point onwards, you guys keep on moving. Well, I was gonna say cardinal directions, but those don't actually work. You're moving further down. This is actually following this path.
The train tracks.
The train tracks, but also the dug mine starts slanting downwards as you're going down a level. Much like that corridor back there from that room where you fought the spirits, it also follows the way downwards. But then it stops there. And here, it follows downwards, and then you see that you are in this room where there's more apparatus for the water pump, and then the corridor keeps going down as you follow the train tracks to the right. In this room, it's more of the same, just more pipes. They seem to be there seems to be a pump that is working to pump water upwards, and one of the pipes seems to be coming from that. It also seems to be running on all kinds of fuel, probably coal or oil, to run the engines to send the water upwards. And as you keep on going, you do notice that all of these pumps, they do seem to have written in those classical Old English letters, the Grand Penny from Texas Group. Seems to be the one of the signatures that are written here to these pipes. The brand, so to say. Yes, the Grand Penny from Texas. That's it. And then you follow the path, the mines downwards, further and further and further down. And when you get there, that particular section, even in the Umbra, you can hear more clanging coming from within, from the next room, and you get the sense that that's these loud noises are. If they can permeate even in the Umbra, there must be some very heavy activity going on in the material world.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Maybe the
I have-
mine is
Good
not.
hearing.
Maybe the mine is not open because that guy is. Well, we know he's odd, but maybe he's using these creatures to mine the silver. That's why they don't open it, and they seem to keeping mining the silver.
Maybe.
Well, either way, we need to find this out. So
Yeah.
should we move onward?
Probably.
Let's move.
Yeah.
So all of you keep on moving forwards, and whenever you get to the next room over, you feel like you reach the end. Well, you do reach the end. The train tracks don't seem to go anywhere else.
There's more of those miners. Those poor miners.
The tracks, they stop there. There's another big machine at the very end that's just pumping more water, and you see that around the machine there seems to be a hole dug into the ground itself that is draining the water, and this entire room feels damp and wet. It feels like at some point this room was it was filled with water as you keep going down, as you follow the train tracks. This whole room seems to have once been filled with water, as everything here is more or less sodden, and this big machine seems to be pumping the water upwards and also keeping this floor dry. And the Omor, they keep just mining at the walls.
Digging.
Yeah, digging and mining and collecting more silver.
Okay, so they are turning miners into Fomori.
Free labor.
This
That's
is
why
very
he
bad.
didn't seem really care for people leaving the town to go to different jobs, or because the different job is somehow related to him being in contacts with other guy. But yeah,
So the water, like the water is coming from here, from this pump, from this place. Well, this
Yes.
place is corrupted, right?
Without the gift, sense things of the worm, I can't tell that well. Let me just double check that gift just to see if you.
it says that you can smell corruption of worms. Sense worm, make an education roll with every success level, revealing more information about the presence and proximity of worm.
Yeah, Yeah, so just go ahead, all of you, and make a primal urges check. Just to
Primal urges.
see if your senses can detect anything.
15.
We got a winner.
You've got 2 winners.
Dang.
Don't worry, Ernest. One of these days you'll succeed a
Well,
check.
Hey, I
Three
succeeded
winners.
that dodge check that meant
3.
nothing.
3 winners because I also passed, just not fantastically like the rest of you.
So, you do feel the presence of the worm in here, mostly at this place. This big pump that is installed, it seems tainted, but mostly it doesn't seem like the water is tainted in itself, but rather the installation. You feel like these machines, they are, while they're not contaminating the water, in the sense that you get the sense that
They're doing something bad.
yeah, these machines are corrupting and they are of the worm, and working near these machines has a very bad influence on those miners.
Well, I think we should just crack these machines up for a while. That'll at least give us enough time to go to Tucson, find out what's going on, and get back and deal with this mess.
I agree. And, well, this is very strange. Like, why are the machines corrupted? They are not even tainting the water. Maybe they are digging for something else besides silver here.
That
soon
could
as
be the
we-
case.
As
What,
soon as
worm
we
juice?
stop this thing and go to the sun, the better.
Well, at least now we know why we'd want to destroy this thing in the spirit world.
You can't quite destroy this machine in the spirit world.
So we have to switch back.
Yes.
Maybe fight some miners.
Probably fight some miners.
Well, we probably need to get rid of them, yes.
Yes.
They're kind of being an abomination against all that is.
Yeah. In
I'm-
this room, is there something to cross? Can we...
Metal is shiny enough, I think.
There's
Yeah.
buckets upstairs too. What passes for upstairs, considering this is mine.
Above. But yeah, the metal in the metal in the machine is reflective enough. Even though it's not something that you're pretty fond of doing, some of these crates are loaded with chunks of silver that are reflective by nature as well. And even the ground around the machine seems kind of sodden and damp, and there seems to be puddles there. So there's no want of options in ways to cross. That is what you want to do.
Yeah, I think we have to, right? Like, we cannot do more here unless we cross.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Let's fuck up some pumps.
What a weird sentence to say.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Let's pump up some kicks.
Yes.
Pick up some pumps. Let's go.
So, I'm not clear on the rules, so Burn, you might know this better. Crossing back from the Umbra into the material plane also requires a roll, right?
Well, I think it does, but let me check. I think it's supposed to be a little bit easier. Yeah, it's a roll at the Gauntlet's difficulty.
So one of you guys who will be guiding everyone else needs to go ahead and make a noses roll. It does not necessarily has to be a T-Urge.
I think
is my
I have
moment.
highest noses.
This is where I succeed.
I mean,
So
who's
it's just
with
No, that's not where you succeed.
Oh my god!
hold
It
on.
was a pleasure knowing you. You're stuck now.
So
I'm
hold
stuck
on.
in here forever.
Yeah.
What happens then,
Pero
Ernest, is that as you try to cross the gauntlet, because you botched your roll, you are caught in there,
Oh no.
which means you cannot get out on your own, and someone has to come and rescue you.
Someone has to grab my hand and drag me through.
And this
Pretty
is why
much.
we leave spiritual matters to the T-Urge.
I just want
Yes.
to try.
Yes, leave crossing the well that uses the stuff that uses noises to personify the noises.
So instead of being stuck there for an hour before you can attempt again to navigate, Sinar decides to guide the group. He using his his well of spiritual power decides to guide all of you out of the Umbra and into the material plane, and on the way through the gauntlet kind of pulls you back into the pack, Ernest.
Thank you.
No problem.
That's why you're no longer lost in the gauntlet. And then as you keep pulling people, guiding everyone's passage through the gauntlet, 5 minutes later, all of you finish crossing from the spiritual world to the material world. And all of you pop out of the
I
Umbra
still don't have my
Manifestors.
gun.
Yep, you're naked and human.
No, not naked. The clothes stay with me.
Oh, right, yes.
The clothes stays on during what?
The clothes stay on during transformation.
Because they're dedicated. That's the only
They're
reason
really
why.
dedicated clothing.
Alright.
I've got some really dedicated pants, I must say.
So,
A lot
Thank
of
you.
shit they put up with.
The fancy
Tailor-made.
favorite.
as all of you pop in back, all of the Fomori, they immediately notice this sudden change in the air, and they turn towards you. And at first, they are kind of taken aback, and they kind of freeze up momentarily. And then one of the Fomori just kind of points at you all and just starts shouting, "Intruders! Intruders!"
Oh, they can
No. No, we're not intruders. Couldn't be
Sucker
me.
punched.
And they're
Um,
incredibly unconvinced, especially because you all look like well, all but one of you do look like werewolves, so they're absolutely not convinced at all.
You didn't even let me roll charm.
I mean, if you want, you can. They will not attack you, but they will attack everyone else.
Listen, if I need, I need everything I can take. Okay.
Sure.
well, they'll probably attack you the moment you start attacking
Yes.
them, though.
Nice.
A success.
Somehow you kind of manage to convince them that you're a victim in here, and that these mean, big, bad werewolf are bringing you here against your will.
Perfect.
So,
Look at me. I'm dressed so fancy. I couldn't be a werewolf.
so
How long before you have to punch them?
Don't worry about it.
yes, it's time for combat. So, Thaddeus, you are going to be up first in this kerfuffle here against these horrible, horrible creatures. What are you doing?
Well, I'm trying to move, but the game is paused.
Oh, sorry.
Rawr.
Rawr.
Oh, that's fair. Did
You're
you
targeting the Earth Elemental, you silly biscuit.
Oh,
Oh,
there we
naughty-
go.
a naughty sausage.
I did.
Bloody sausage.
But I switched it.
Okay. The Fomor is trying to block the damage. And roll your damage.
Yeah, not bad.
11. The hell's their brawl? There you go. And they can't. Or it can't.
Haha.
It will suffer the full 11 points of damage. Except for the amount that it soaks. So it's actually 5 points of damage. Alright. Edward. Don't forget, you guys, that you can use rage points to
Attack multiple times, I know.
Just letting you guys know.
Making my way down mine. Walking here.
Striking fast.
Fists pass.
Faces fly by.
So you try to strike at this creature, Edward, but it's that Fomor, he just kind of holds up its pickaxe, blocks your attack. And you can tell that despite this creature's very sickly looking visages, they're still capable enough fighters. There's a very uncanny amount of strength in this creature's arms as it holds up the pickaxe and just completely parries your blow.
Hold on.
Despite all his rage, he is still a miner in a cave.
I ended my turn to Yordi. Can I try to speak as a quote-unquote free action?
Sure, what are you trying to say?
I'll shout to spirits, come out and help us.
You're trying to convince the spirits to help.
Yep.
Yeah, why
Didn't
not?
work out well last time. but okay.
Alright. Make a hard persuade check, Edward.
Yes! With my 10 persuade, let's go.
I believe in you. Roll a 1. Roll a 1. It's that easy.
Nine.
Dang.
Hold on. Did you say hard?
Hard, yes.
Means
Success, yeah!
Okay. Edward, you shout. And as soon as you do, you see a spirit showing up right behind you, materializing.
punches you in the back.
And another one,
Standing there menacingly.
and another
Oh,
one
there's 2.
down there. They seem to have appeared upon your beck and call. And they seem convinced that you should be helped.
Boom.
And it would seem like whenever it gets to their turn, they might do something. So that's your turn. Ernest.
Also, question:
Yes.
are there pickaxes silver?
No, the pickaxes that the Fomori are welding is just regular steel pickaxes.
Good.
Right.
That's all.
Okay, Ernest.
Doug.
Yes, yeah. Yes.
What's the likelihood that there's just a spare gun down here?
Make a luck roll.
Okay. Is it? What do I click to roll luck? Just the thing above it?
Where it says luck, a little bit
Yeah, all right.
below your portrait, just click luck. You are lucky enough. Might be able to do it.
Yes.
Oh, would you look at you?
Yes.
You do look around and it seems like there's some discarded equipment here and there, and you do find a gun that is surprisingly like yours.
Oh,
And
thank
loaded.
God.
And you just
Perfect.
pick it
I
up. Roll 1d6 for me, please, just to see how much ammunition he has.
can
They
do
stole
that.
your gun and brought it down here. Those monsters.
There are 4 shots in this gun.
Listen,
Yes.
it's perfect. Alright, so I guess I'll just target that one. And we will roll for my Remington.
Alright, go for it.
Yes.
Oh boy. Extreme success. That's gonna be a critical. You know what? I'm gonna be nice and not have everyone roll a constitution check to not be stunned because you're firing a gun in a very closed environment.
Oh. I would have moved a bit to the right. I thought about that.
I mean,
But yeah.
it's a very loud bang noise in a tight cavern. Everyone would have
You're
been
right.
deafened. But I'm just gonna let
Yeah,
it
you're
slide.
This gun definitely came with a silencer. No, a Remington.
Say so. Roll damage.
Dang.
Boy, 16 points of damage.
Jeez.
Wait, is that right? Hold on. It's 1d10 plus 2 plus 12 is actually applying the critical rules that we're not applying, so it's actually just 12 points of damage.
Okay.
That minus there, minus the soaking value that it can soak. Never remember, so yeah, it suffers 6 points of damage.
That was useful.
There you go.
What year are we in again?
Well, what?
18 something.
1880.
1880.
Should be 18.
Well,
Yeah,
it
1880.
just says 1880. Okay.
Actually, should have been 1885. I guess I screwed up the calendar there. Yes, that's all right. Is that it for you, Ernest? Removing?
Yeah, I think I'll just stay. That's fine.
Fair enough. Well then.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
There are. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with the elemental because last time it fucked me up. So, I'm gonna gang up with the one that DOC is handling.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to run up to the Fomori and attack his legs.
Sure. So remember to target it and move your character over there and roll your attack.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's good. Okay.
So oh no. Afraid that 90 is
Okay.
going to miss.
Yes.
Well, that's alright. At least it did. At least it could have gone way worse. At least you're fine. Oh. That's it. That's gonna be it for your turn, Walden? And now
Unless I can spend a rage point now.
to attack again.
Okay. Yes.
You have to declare that before you start attacking.
Then it's gonna be. Yeah, it's all in my turn.
All right. Now it's the miners. There's one here at the very bottom that has been attacked by by you, Ernest. Is going to run up to you and attack you.
No, don't do that.
Well, do. See this miner? Yes.
When do? No, just go ahead. No, keep going.
All right.
Sorry. Something distracted me.
So it's you see this miner just running up to you, and then it lifts up its pickaxe and is going to try and strike at you with it.
All right. Do I roll dodge? Can I roll dodge?
Do you want to dodge or do you want to block?
I would like to dodge.
All right, then yeah, roll your dodge. See how that goes.
I'll spend some luck points. That's fine.
Hold on, before you do, let me see if he succeeds his attack.
Oh yeah, that is a fair point.
He does.
All right, I will just spend some luck
So,
points then.
You will actually have to beat his. You will need a hard success on your luck to avoid that attack.
That's 37 points. I don't think I'm gonna do that.
All right. So no, you're not dodging that attack. Then you take it
Oh no.
like a champ.
Not the face, not the face, not the face.
He swings down the pickaxe at you and 10 points of damage to you. Ernest.
Ow.
At
So
least he's still alive.
you are going to suffer a major wound because you did suffer more than half your hit points worth of damage.
Ow.
But that's it for the miner. Other than having just kind of run at you and sunk its pickaxe on your shoulder and then pulled out with, you know, lots of blood and almost ripping out the sleeve of your jacket with it. You're doing all right.
Barely.
Everything else considered. Well, for now you're still up, so that's good. Next up, this other Fomor miner who's next to you, Thaddeus and Wilden, is going to go ahead and do something wicked. Ooh,
Wicked.
wicked. So, you see that the former looks at the both of you and he starts shaking and shuddering very fast, really going at it with his innate trembling, and you are confused for a moment about what exactly is going on with this guy.
I think he's gonna blow, Woden.
What the what?
So he is
What the fuck?
going to roll a check.
Oh god.
Okay.
That's a 0.
You suck.
No,
It is
Gobble, that's a 100.
I thought no. Okay.
He implodes.
0-1.
All right. Double
0-1.
zeros is right.
0-1
Double
is a critical.
100. Sorry. Yes.
There's no such thing as 0 on the 100.
Yeah, I got it backwards. My brain. The dice are stupid. They confuse me.
It's alright.
And yet you still collect them.
He
Well, the D10 is my least favorite.
He starts shaking and trembling a lot, and then at the end of it, he just kind of stops shaking and just lets out a burp, and that's it. Nothing else happens.
I
It
look
seemed-
at the
it seemed-
confusion.
It seems to be indigestion. Did you eat something bad, fella?
I think you have a cure-all for that.
I do, in my medicine bag back in Tombstone.
The other Fulmer that is next to Edward will do the same thing. He will also shake and tremble
You will also burp.
to see what happens with him.
And he will also roll a
99.
100.
We will talk around and find out.
You guys need to stop.
I think we're going to see what that one does.
What happens when they actually don't just burp? So, what happens is that he just goes up in flames. The entirety of his body just goes up in flames as you and the elemental are close to it, and it just kind of swipes at the two of you. And just from being this close to the elemental, you can't help but be taken aback by surprise. So, Edward and the Earth Elemental, the two of you, will suffer 2d6 points of fire damage, which can't be soaked.
But at least it's far.
Damage, yeah. To you and the Elemental. No, you
We
can't.
call them elementals, Versili.
Yes.
Versili G&G brains.
To the Earth Spirit. However, because this is fire, and fire is something very bad and very dangerous, you are aware that if this creature attacks you and succeeds many more times, it can cause major wounds to you. But that's
That's
not
fine, I have a power of healing on my side.
good. Next up is Sinar.
Yes. I'll move down and attack the thingy.
Okay. Which means is this attack being performed? Or yes, you're clawing at it.
Actually, I did a right click again. Does that count?
I think it does, yeah. Just make just look on the brawl check there. Let's see if that goes.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, but unfortunately, as you try to strike at it, the creature just ducks and weaves. It goes down low on the floor, and you completely miss your attack. And now you're all getting the measure of this creature. Even though they look corrupted and sickly and disgusting, they're still incredibly capable and strong fighters and creatures. They might look like ghouls or zombies, but these Fomori, they are dangerous individuals. And I believe that's it for your go round, which brings us to
We are
Garrett.
soldiers of the worm.
Well, it's finally happened. My god. Well,
What, your turn?
this one... Yep. This one's on fire. That looks like fun. So I'm gonna help Edward here and try and get this unexploded as quickly as possible. So I would like to spend some rage.
To attack it.
Yep.
Alright.
Don't remember how much rage it is.
That's gonna be 6 points of resolve.
Okay, that's
Sanity.
also sanity. Yes. Okay. It's fine. Then I'm going to get 2 attacks out.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
1 attack Ooh.
Very nice.
Right, roll for damage. Ugh. That's disgusting. He managed to block 3 points of damage. So he suffers 13.
And then I will strike at him again.
Go for it. And yeah, I'll try and block it more time. Reduces the damage by 3, suffering 10, which is enough to kill it.
That's enough of that.
So he just he collapses on the ground, and you saw that the fires were not affecting it. It seemed pretty okay with being on fire, but once you claw at it, this creature just collapses to the ground, and then now the fire seems to affect it as it starts just burning up, like anything organic would. But for all intents and purposes, that creature is dead.
Well then, I'm gonna rush over here then. Deal with this boy.
Have the movement to do that, Ed. Okay, that's it for your turn. Now it's the Earth Elementals. His Earth Elemental will glide up here. Rather, burrow there, I suppose.
Earth Glide.
And
It's a wonderful ability.
try and strike at that Fomor. Oh boy. And
You see, I cannot hit stuff, but my summons can.
your summons, I see how it is.
Are you playing Garou?
There are
again?
a summoner class, yes.
The Fomor will block 6 points of damage, which causes the Elemental to only deal 2 points of damage. And that's it for that guy. The other Elemental will also glide up to it and do the same thing. You have the 2-1 special going on,
Buy one, get one free.
but he does nothing. He fails. At which point that Fomor is really overwhelmed. But other than that, he's doing okay. So Thaddeus, you're up.
We need to get rid of this, so I'm gonna spend me a rage point, which I believe is 6 resolve points.
It would be
Depends on your stats.
9.
9.
Yeah, it's
need
11
to up your
minus your
rage.
rage. 9
I'm
minus
angry.
1/10 of your rage.
Very good. All right, so 2 attacks on this thing.
All right, go for it. All right,
A regular success.
that'll do. He does not lower the damage. It suffers 7 whole points of it on the first
And
attack.
then the second one.
Very well. He also does not reduce his damage in the second.
Well, that was good, because it was a good roll.
And that kills him.
Excellent, and no more burping for Morians.
He collapses and falls
Just to
down.
left.
I believe that's gonna be it for you, right?
That is it for me.
All right. Edward.
And
You
just-
skipped to Edward.
You skipped it.
Yeah, forget
I'll
that you
come
guys
here.
can pass your own turns.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah, it
come
takes me a second.
I'll come here, put my paw on Ernest's head, then I'll ruin his beautiful, beautiful hair and cast the touch of Mother's Touch.
What does that
So,
do?
I need to roll medicine plus one. Make an intelligence roll plus 1/5 of my medicine. My 1/5 of my medicine is 20. No, not 20. 12.
16.
16. Thank you.
If you put your cursor over it and wait for a second, it shows you.
So for every level of success, you gain
Which is a
1d6.
lot.
So that's 2 levels of success.
Since you had to roll beneath a 1...
2d6.
No. But beneath 90. Oof.
You gain 7 health back, and you don't have a major wound anymore.
Yay!
And my magic points are 0.
You're no longer magic.
So I gained 7. That would put me up to what? 15.
Yeah, 15.
Cool. Nope.
Now you learn the deliciousness of tabletop RPGs, what with all the math.
Now your hair is ruined.
Hey, I have a comb on me. Wait, no, I don't. All my possessions are back.
Well,
Damn it.
well, considering what person you are, I think you would have very strong spiritual attachment to your comb.
Well, I put all my spiritual attachment onto my clothes.
So Ernest, you're up. What are you doing?
Honestly, I think the best thing I can do is just step out of the way. Because I don't want to fire my gun again and actually deafen people.
No, I mean, I'm just not considering that for now. At all.
Okay. That's fair. It's not, but...
Because then
yeah.
the game will lose the fun if we have all this realism going on.
Yeah, I'll just shoot the guy then.
Alright. From where you're standing, I believe that's a point-blank range, so you have a bonus die to that. Which should already be accounted for in there.
Yep. Let's see it.
Mhm.
Jeez. That didn't work.
And yet...
How did you miss?
So...
Yeah.
See, silly Ernest, we're not playing Persona 3.
No, we're not.
You
Don't
point,
shoot yourself.
you point your gun right into this creature's chest and shoots. This very deafening noise goes out, and you see that you punch a hole through this creature's chest, but it seems weirdly unperturbed by this. Almost like if whatever part of this body and organs that you hit, it did not need to live.
Well, I'll just walk away.
Sure. As you start to shuffle away from this cacophony of people, Olden, you're up.
All right.
There's only one enemy left.
Really good at not passing these rolls.
Well, I'm gonna pick up on that one guy.
Okay.
I hope I don't like pull Sinner apart in the process.
That's fine. The elementals are on our side at the moment.
Okay. What? Well, failure again.
Since you failed by only 1 point, if you want, you can spend luck to have succeeded at the test instead.
Yeah, sure.
If you
what's up?
click on the 81 failure there, it'll expand to show the roll, and then there's a button saying spend 1 luck to pass.
All right.
There you go. Now you can roll
Do I roll
damage.
for the damage?
Yep.
Oh,
Then you have to click again the button. There you go. Alright, that's unfortunately a very low roll. So he suffers 3 points of damage. It's still up, unfortunately. Hold on. Oh. I almost had to sneeze. I'm sorry. Walden, you're there. In the smack dab in the middle of everyone. As your turn ends, now it's the turn for this miner, who will also attempt to blow up in flames.
Oh no.
If he succeeds his gosh dang roll.
Nope.
Woo! Lucky. Just a burp.
Yeah, would you look at that? He does. Yeah, he just burps and does nothing else. So that's gonna be it for his turn. Sinar, you're up.
Yes. Do I have to spend rage for like a double attack, right?
Yes, if you wanna make an additional attack, you have to spend 1 point of rage to do that.
How exactly?
That would be 7 points of resolve / sanity.
Okay.
And you go ahead and make 2 attacks.
Damn it.
That's a failure on that first one.
No.
That's also a failure on the second one, unfortunately. Just to remember that you can spend luck on these attacks if you wanna succeed.
Let me see.
If you click the number, it says
Oh
45.
yeah, I'll do one. Yes, once.
There you go then. You can go ahead and roll for damage there. Nine potential points of damage. See? Yeah, he'll suffer the 9 minus his soak value, which brings him down to near death.
Nice.
And lastly, we come up to you, Garrett.
Ah, good. Kill stealing. Woo!
Yay.
Whoop whoop.
He says it as he's going to hit anything.
I'm not sure you can move that far though.
Well, let's see. Yeah, let's.
Can only move 7 yards.
You can stand in here, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, not by doing
I
that.
mostly want. Yeah. I'll go over there then.
Just to keep that in mind. There is.
Yeah. I'm used to D&D where you can travel miles.
D&D, where the monk can move faster than a horse.
Yes.
Boy.
Ooh, nice.
Well, let's roll for.
Damn
well,
it.
yeah, just roll that damage and let's see how explosive this guy dies. Yeah, it suffers the whole. It's a lot of damage actually. It's 30 points of damage, I believe, minus his soak value of 6, which deals still 24 points of damage. So he's dead, pretty much.
Yeah, if I max out my dice, it's what? 18 plus 12 is 30. Yummy.
Alright, so he also falls down dead, this Fomori, and as all of them fall down, all of the elementals, they are just kinda just making the sound of rocks grinding against one another, and it's not a very pleasant noise, but at least what is pleasant is that this smell, there's a strong smell of corruption that permeates the area around you. It pretty much no words come to mind, so it just ends. The bad smell ends as all of these.
I'll tell to spirits that there is one creature left up in the mines. They should be able to take him out if they use their force. Brute force, I guess. I don't know.
Tactics.
The earth spirits, they just kind of just go hoo, they flex and they can start going through the walls, just gliding through the earth until they're up there. and-
T-posing through the earth.
Yeah, they pretty much T-pose through the walls. They just, from where they are, they just
No cliff.
and the other one also just goes and swoop, just
It's
slide
nice
through
to
the
be
wall.
a summoner.
Except that you aren't, but also are, kind of.
Except I'm not.
He's a summoner who asks very politely for his minions to summon.
I'm summoner who has a 1/10 of a chance to summon his summons.
Very reliable.
Even less, actually. But in any case, the sound of combat dies down here in the mines. All of you look around to see that the spirits are gone and all of the silver mining has stopped, and all of you are okay. All that's left now is to all of your eyes just land onto the big machine that's still kind of just going the sugar noise as it's still pumping water. The engines are running, water is pumping, and all of you have potentially cleared the way for you to undo this machination of worm corruption. But we will do that next time because there's
Dun, dun.
only 10 minutes left and I might as well end now.
Yeah.
Also, I believe
Yeah,
Burn has to run to has to drive somewhere.
yeah, I was about to.
I
was about
succeeded
to write-
all of
to
3
write that
rolls.
down.
So, thank you guys for showing up and playing. I'm gonna just do a little bit of an outro where I talk some
Mhm.
things, but other than that, thank you guys so very much for playing and showing up, as always. And
Thank you so much
Bye.
for running the game.
Yeah.
Thank you.
and you have a good run over there, Burn.
Yeah, thanks.
Drive safely.
Thank you.
So, all in all, this has been the second game of Call of the Werewolf, this crazy amalgamation of rules that I've slapped on top of Call of Cthulhu to convert the werewolf system. Day by day, we kind of keep shifting things, and week by week, we keep shifting things to see if things work out or not. And thus far, there has already been modifications, and further on, there will be even more modifications to go. But for now, the test is a success, things are working out, and we will be seeing you all again next Monday for more of this Call of the Werewolf as this newly formed pack figures out if water is safe to drink. Pretty much.
Tons of freaking frogs, gay.
Water? Question mark?
Water? And
Water.
Never heard of her.
if you are also a fan of the D&Ds, you can always show up on Wednesdays evenings when I run my 5th edition D&D game. And if you're curious to learn more, just head over to my YouTube channel where you can catch up on all the previous games, sessions that have run, and watch the replays or the VODs and see what the heck these people have been up to previously before they got to this wonderful place where they are at currently. But with that aside, thank you also very much for watching.
Spoilers. We are losing clothes.
Well, that's a given in any werewolf game. Once again, thank you guys so very much for watching, and see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Why?